Open mic, the show.com. It's open mic, the show.com. Openmic.com. Openmic.com. Open mic the show.
Warning, the following program may contain moments of great personal reflection, sudden and striking realizations, things you should not try at home, the truth about cats and dogs, incomplete thoughts, rambling gibberish, completely ridiculous opinions, winning lottery numbers, things you could really care less about, barking dogs, and unfortunately, Mike and Stan.
Who likes to be silly? I like to be silly.
What kind of radio show is this?
This town needs an enema.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Get up, get on up.
Welcome to an all-new Open Mic Live right here on openmictheshow.com, Facebook Live, IRN Broadcast, No Name Network, Raw Talk Online, and all the other places we are. We'll tell you about those in a few minutes. We are safe and sound in Seminole Heights, so you guys can come to my birthday party now, the other day. And what else do I got? Oh, we got a big thing coming up. Also, we're on a different night this week because we didn't want to cancel. So we will be back normal next Thursday right here on all the places that I just mentioned, and 920 WO in the Apple on Fridays overnight, and Bubba Army Radio Saturdays at 10 p.m. Stan, how was your turkey day?
Oh, bloating.
Bloating?
Very bloating.
Bloating?
Yep.
Did you find us a guest for this week?
I did, and actually, I'm not sure if you people realize this, but it's Wednesday. This is not Thursday.
That's what I was saying. We're a little bit off this week.
We're right here. Well, we set the weeks back, right? Or the days back.
Yeah, this is like leap year, but...
Right, exactly. So we were supposed to have Clark Brooks in the studio, but he couldn't make the last-minute change. So we have his Uncle Roy in here.
Is that what
That's right. Uncle Roy is here.
So, Clark, thank you for coming in. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Everybody knows you guys only do Wednesday shows every time the Today Show fires a host. So
That's
it's a special occasion.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Seminole Heights killer caught.
You're lucky I don't care that you touch me, because otherwise you'd be fired by now, too.
That's true.
No, not really.
You're lucky I have all the power and the money. And
So
It's all about consent. So
you see what I'm saying?
I usually pay with cents. Yeah. No?
Consent? I thought that was optional.
No.
I didn't know you actually
Only
had
if they're
that.
awake.
Yeah.
You have to have consent if they're awake.
yeah.
Is that the...
Like, can I? If you're sleeping, can I just sign the form?
Isn't there... there used to be a college that had an app where you could just have them click yes or no, like, do you consent? So all you would have to do is just press the thumbprint, and it's like a signed contract.
I have to be very careful what I say because it's possible I could still run for office someday.
Really?
So, yeah, I don't need this to come back to haunt me. So
Run for office? Like
maybe.
back in school?
Yeah. I don't know. I could be mayor someday. I don't know.
When you get your honorary degree, you're going to go back and run for
exactly.
treasury years.
Be a leader of people. Right.
Can I run your campaign?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to be your running mate or nothing because...
If you don't run my campaign, I'm not running.
I'll do
basically.
it. We got this under
all right,
control.
Cool.
Me and Rio Paris will do it.
Oh, well, by all means, I want Rio Paris involved.
You know what I'm saying?
You know who I don't want involved is Matt Williams.
Well, no, because you want a funny campaign.
And I want to win.
Right.
Right. So
I don't want to lose to Lawrence Green every time.
Right, exactly. Love you, Matty.
I freaking love that guy, I swear to God.
He's hard not to love.
So, yeah, thanks for coming in. And
Sure.
like you mentioned, Mike, we are safe. They caught the idiot.
I mean, allegedly, there's a lot of things that are going in the direction that it is him.
But you got to give the guy credit, though. I mean, he played the odds with where he tried to sell the gun. You know, the ghetto-ass McDonald's. There's a good chance.
Did he try to sell it, or he just asked somebody to hold on to it while he went somewhere, I thought?
I guess both stories are out there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one's true. They haven't actually confirmed either one, to be quite frank with you.
I was listening to the radio in the car on the way here, and somebody quoted there's a line in the show Narcos on Netflix that the criminals have to get lucky every single time, and the cops only have to get lucky one time. So that's what appears to have happened in this case. The guy had a nice run where he was getting away with it, but then he slips up one time and it's over.
But isn't that one of those kind of dummy? That's just such a dummy move. Like there's got to be more to the story. It doesn't quite make sense, especially with the last one. Because the last one, I told the story. Yeah. I was out running like an hour after it happened, so I'm running that direction, and there's helicopters flying over. and like he scooted out within a minute. It was like literally 60 seconds, and he was gone.
Well, the theory at the time was like, oh, he's getting away because he's on foot. He must live nearby. Well, it's the opposite. No, he had a car, which makes actually more sense if you think about it. That's how he got away so quickly. So
they said he lived in town and country, right?
Yeah, he lives a long way away.
And he comes from a not hard-up family, from what I understand.
No, and he had a job.
So he's just bored.
You know, I guess.
Yeah.
Just bored.
Who knows?
And then, you know how stories go, pass the story around the room type of thing, and then by the end, it's a completely different story. He knew all of his victims. So someone told me that today, and I went in and looked. No story on anywhere says that he knew any of his victims.
Or that the victims knew each other. There's like no connection in those people.
Like there is no rhyme or reason still to this point until, well, who knows what he's going to say.
Somebody on Facebook said they went to high school with the guy and that they talked to him like a week ago and everything seemed fine. I'm like, of course it seemed fine. He was literally getting away with murder at that point. So
I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't complain about anything.
Right.
So.
Have you ever thought about murdering somebody?
Oh,
not
like
that you would follow through, but
like on a fantasy aspect?
Yeah.
Like, that guy, yeah. Oh, totally, all the time.
I mean, not necessarily someone you knew, but like someone who did something so aggravating in your life.
Yeah, like from a fantasy fulfillment point.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
The Punisher or something.
None of us really want to kill anybody except...
Yeah, but I could be the Punisher or something like that.
Could you?
Yeah, I mean, in a fantasy aspect, I would never follow through. It takes a lot of work to do that kind of stuff. And
It really does.
yeah.
It's like, I would kill you, but I'm a little lazier than I should be today.
Like, I watched a clip today from one of the Jason Bourne movies, and he fights guys for like 10 minutes. Come on.
That's the movies, though. That's not real.
I know. In real life, a real fight lasts like half a minute.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah.
What was the movie with all the old-time action hero actors?
Expendables 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that's more up your alley, right?
Yeah, like, first of all, I don't want to fight.
Right.
But secondly, let's do it as efficiently as possible so I don't get sweaty or winded.
If we could just get this shit over with, that'd be nice.
Right.
Like Nancy Kerrigan, just fucking...
Yeah. I'm willing to concede, in fact, if that's what we'll get it done.
Oh, yeah, curl up. Yo, me
Yeah,
too. I'll play possum in a minute.
Right. So that's as far as
I know how to fight, so I'm going to fight my way out.
That's as far as my desire to murder goes, is just like watching a clip on YouTube going, yeah, I could do that to those guys. But
you have thought that?
Oh, yeah, but that's as far as it goes.
Well, listen, no one's...
I still want to pick up somebody by their ankles and swing them around and throw them at somebody else.
Oh, like the Hulk in the Avengers movie?
Yeah.
So you're going to find someone smaller than you.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be a kid.
Like Ant-Man.
Well, why would you fight somebody bigger than you?
Right.
Talking about, again, a lot of work.
I'm a bully, dude.
Yeah, but his size, it's kind of tough finding people smaller than us to actually swing them around by their ankles.
Nobody knows that until you tell them on the show, though. They might think you're 6'7" and, like, ripped. They don't know.
And if I'm on your shoulders, I am like 6'7".
You know how I know they know? Because they joke about him sitting on phone books all the time.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah, this
you guys
TV
are
magic
your own history,
that doesn't work.
Okay.
All right. TV magic doesn't
Facebook
work.
doesn't add 10 feet.
They're like, you can do this to your chair all you want.
Yeah, they know. They know.
All right, so, I mean, there's that, and we're done talking about that.
Yeah.
Coming up next week, though, Clark Brooks not only is doing this for us, but he is also going to be showing you how funny he is next week, December 6th, at Burger Culture on Northdale Mabry. Now, listen to this lineup we have next week. Rio Paris, Todd Stimmel, Natasha Semreni, Tommy Gill, Jorge Gonzalez, Clark Brooks, Lawrence Green, Ricky Hicken, John Silman, Aneria Madrano. That's a solid lineup.
I like every one of those people personally, too. So it's going to be a nice evening.
Well, see, that's the thing is I actually run names by comics
to see how
make
they
sure
work
they're
out.
part of the family.
Well, there's very few people I don't get along with, so that'd be easy.
So
in
that
my
makes
case.
it easy.
Yeah.
That's why you left Matt Williams off.
But
exactly. I'm glad to see Matt Williams is not part of it.
Oh, no, I put him down there with, like, John Jacobs and Steve Miller. So,
Oh, good. Oh, good.
You know, nobody's.
What I like about that show is until last week it was supposed to take place in a different street.
Right.
But the venue is actually a food truck.
They both are.
So it's mobile.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, both.
So,
well, no, yeah, but they still have both spots. I have no idea why it changed. Our promotion company did all that.
when you call your high school guidance counselor, I want to tell them you're killing it in show business. You tell them you're booked at a food truck.
I got 13 comics to agree.
To be fair, there was the food truck when we were in high school was a Roach Coach.
Right. Yeah, this is a higher end food truck.
Right.
Food trucks now are like the thing. They're the trendy thing.
Have
an event, have some food trucks come out, and everybody's thrilled.
Dude,
so I'm excited.
I've seen some of the venues that you guys do your open mics at.
Totally, yeah.
Food Truck is an upgrade.
Absolutely, no question.
I mean, what's the what's the
weirdest combo?
Yeah, like
the worst show or worst open mic?
Like weirdest. Like I'm telling jokes at a
food truck or
right. Exactly.
Did a show once where Marcus Crespo was supposed to be the headliner at a restaurant in Oldsmar. I don't know if I want to say the name. They could be a potential sponsor someday.
I doubt it.
Okay, well, it's Peggy O'Neill's.
Okay.
In Oldsmar, and they have a little banquet room. They don't do comedy at all there anymore, but they have a banquet room where they store the old salad bar. Like, they didn't take the salad bar out to the garbage. Like, someday we're going to use this salad bar again. You're never going to use the salad bar. But Marcus Crespo was supposed to be the headliner, and then Jander Gray and I were supposed to be features leading up to it. And Marcus gets there from Orlando, and the owner announces, "There's nobody here. We're canceling the show." And there were 4 people there that stayed. And Jander and I were both like, "Hey, we're here. Can we just plug in the mic and just do it?" He's like, "Yeah, you're not getting paid. I don't care what you do." So we performed for 4 people in a banquet room. Well, what made it sweet was one of the ladies tipped both of us out at $50 each.
Wow.
Which was more than we were supposed to make on the show.
One of the 4 people?
Yeah.
One of the 4 people?
Right. Marcus got mad and left, went back to Orlando, which I don't blame him. However, if we'd pulled that move, we would have been out $50.
Hold on. And
so,
how long of a set did you guys do?
I think we each did like 20 minutes or something. Just
Dude, that's headliner money.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
I mean, they get what, $100?
That's
for
$150 an hour.
Right.
Right.
I mean, that's good headliner money for local.
It just reinforced the lesson: you don't say no.
That is. That's badass.
Yeah, so that was the weirdest, smallest crowd probably, but it worked out.
I mean, I'll take pity money any day, bro.
Oh, totally.
Are you kidding me?
Some ladies can give me $50. That can be turned into a penthouse story too.
Yeah, right.
In a different angle.
We've heard a lot of small crowd stories. Like, Cam just texted me a couple weeks ago that he did jokes for a jukebox.
Oh, really?
Out there in California.
Yeah.
He's like the only light in the whole room was a jukebox. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I can see it.
He went ahead and did the whole goddamn set.
Well, Cam's a trooper. And
well, most of you guys are these days. I mean, around here.
Yeah, it's just it's not inspiring at my age to be taking lessons from somebody like Cam, who could be my grandson, probably. So that's discouraging.
This is true.
You know, I should be getting inspiration from someone above, not below.
Right, not someone you should be sending to his room.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Don't you tell me what to do, boy.
Now, don't get the impression that I dislike Cam as much as I dislike Maddie Williams.
No.
Because
Cam's funny.
Yeah, Cam is funny.
Right. I mean, you love Matt Williams.
I love Matt Williams.
I just don't care for his stage performance.
No, Matt's funny. I've seen Matt be funny lots of times.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, all right.
I
Me too.
peek in his window constantly. It's hilarious.
Matt.
I'm just kidding. It's huge.
He's going to wait outside here, and he's going to beat me up when I leave.
Yep.
So.
Right. The Seminole Heights
beat-up guy. Yeah.
The goon.
Beat-up guy.
Yeah.
When Matt fights back.
And then they'll ask me, "You want to press charges?" I'll be like, "Nah, I had it coming."
My bad.
Yeah.
It'd be like a Christmas story. He'll just be out there on Clark.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I deserved it. So.
As long as he doesn't break your glasses.
No, I'll take the glasses off. So, yeah. No sense putting them at risk.
Nope. I'll hold them for you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Anything for you,
while I take a beating from
exactly.
Matt Williams.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how I know I can count on you to be my campaign manager from here.
I'm there for you.
Keep my glasses from breaking during a beating.
Right. I keep
from Matt Williams.
I keep my wife from rolling over on hers. She'll fall asleep on the couch, and somehow they end up
underneath.
Next to her, right?
There.
Yeah.
So you go to sit down. It's like, oh, that would have sucked.
Oh yeah, they're expensive. Really expensive.
They are.
Oh, super expensive.
I just get readers.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people just go to the drugstore and just grab a pair of readers. Yeah.
They're the same as my contacts, so whatever.
Yeah, close enough in most cases.
Yeah.
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 I know. I'm worried. I'm going to need glasses soon. I've always had great vision, and now I'm starting to do this shit.
Yeah, you're getting old.
Yeah. Well, no shit, Clark.
So, I'm sorry.
What do they say as soon as you hit 40, all of a sudden?
I mean,
it's like,
no,
whoa.
it goes to hell.
You're my goal.
Really? Really?
We have high aspirations.
Wow.
That's as far as I want to get.
Wow.
If I can still drive at that point, I'll be happy.
You should quit now. You're aspiring to this.
So thanks for coming in.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway.
It's either this or get serial killed.
Okay, serial killed.
like with a bowl of cereal, or
since the other guy's out of circulation now.
or like alphabets where it just spells out A is next.
Did you guys notice last night though? Even after the big arrest, still had the helicopters flying around like as frequently as they were prior to the arrest.
They weren't because they didn't give all that information until at least 11.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if they thought maybe we don't have the right guy, or maybe
I think there's. I think they're thinking there's another person.
Like copycat maybe.
Or did. They said they were going to patrol for the rest of the night regardless.
Yeah, then they're going to phase out. I don't think they're going to just cold turkey. Yep, done. So now to save peace.
I was at the Wawa the other night, and there were a ton of cops there. There always are at night. That's where they take their breaks and stuff, I guess, because you can get food and coffee.
Yeah, the donuts are much cheaper.
They were loaded up, though, with the harnesses, with all the accessories on them and stuff. Like, these guys look like they're going to war.
Right.
So
Which I'm okay with all that. It's when I see the dogs, I got to keep driving to another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that bitch sniffing my pocket.
No.
No.
Do the horses sniff too? Are they drug sniffing horses? They don't ever talk about that, but I bet you they're stealthy.
I don't know.
They're at the right height to get like a shirt pocket.
Just fishing for a carrot. Oh, next thing you know.
Pickpocket horses.
Yeah.
Did you get pickpocketed by a horse?
Yeah, he took my drugs. What a dick.
Right. You need different drugs.
Because I know they had horses.
They were riding horses.
Over here.
Yeah.
Yep. And I love the media. Have you seen where like they're selectively placed?
Yeah.
Like they're at what is it? The Garden.
Yeah.
The Seminole Heights Garden over there, and then some of them were at like just the convenience store.
Right.
It's like
I don't
really?
see you down at the auto salvage yard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, asking Juan.
Right.
What he thinks about.
Plus, all the people just walking around. Somebody's like, "You think those are cops?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're totally cops. Nobody walks in these neighborhoods."
I ride my bike through there all the time.
But like, as one guy riding a
like
bike,
really
you don't see like packs of people riding or walking around.
That is
for
true.
The most part.
Well, and you know, I did see them like groups, like the community walking through there.
Yeah.
One night we were in the hot tub, and I see all these people walking by. I was like, "What are they? A bunch of lesbians?" Oh, hi! And I waved to them, and I was drinking.
Well, that's good. The lesbians are out patrolling the streets to keep us safe.
Yeah, I mean,
good.
They're more butcher than the gays.
Well, whatever it takes. I'll take protection from whoever provides it. So, yeah, it's fine.
Are we gonna play a game?
Why not? What the hell?
Ow!
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Because he broke the rules.
What rule? You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Let's just do it. Let's meet this thing head on. And you were in it to win it.
You know, it's funny. I pushed all these buttons to buy me some time so I could get everything ready. And
so
you know
playing
what?
with us is John Silman's in there hanging out.
Hi, John.
Uncle Glenn, which is a real uncle.
I don't know Uncle Glenn.
I know.
Oh. Hi, Uncle Glenn.
Dean Barber and LM Deo in there. There's a bunch of them. I just don't feel like freaking saying it.
All right, the name of the game is Real News or Fake News. This is of course, Tyree's Trivia, where I'm going to give you a news headline, and you're going to tell me if it's based off of a real story or a fake story. It's not really that complicated. This segment is brought to you by Comfort Authority. If you need AC work done, check these guys out. They are my friends. I don't know what you want there. And they did some work for me, and I did not get a break. I paid them full price, and I was very happy with them. I've known the guys for a while. Give them a call, 813-579-6385. Clark, you are part of this, so what I want
If
you
I do well, does somebody win a prize, or is there no stakes here?
You know, we haven't given prizes out in a while. We really should, because I know we got boxes.
Yeah.
So we just do mediocre.
Okay.
If you win this, you get Clark's glasses.
Bragging rights.
All you have to do is pick them up off the ground after Matty beats the living daylights out of me.
Stan will hand them to him.
Yeah, Stan will give them to him. Yeah.
Gobbles in there, and Mike Irwin. You guys all play along. Let's go. Make it happen.
All right, Clark, you're part of this. I want you to take one of those balls, put a little spin on it, throw it right here somewhere.
All right. We're going to start with our red one. Oh, my God.
19 points.
Hit the thing.
For 19 points, the first question is... By the way, play on Facebook Live because Ustream sucks. First question. Guy uses pet a shark. That's clearly wrong. Guy uses pet a shark to save people from second shark attack. A guy uses a pet shark to save people. Saves people. This thing has grammatical errors.
A guy uses a pet shark to save people from a second shark attack.
That's correct.
So basically, he wound up a shark and put it out there.
Correct.
I like that.
I'm going to say that's fake news because I don't think it's possible to have a pet shark.
Really?
It's not legal.
Have you
It's
seen
possible.
Is it not legal? You know, pet shark.
Someone just got in trouble for it.
Where?
I think you can own a shark, but can you train it like a dog to be a pet, though? I don't think that's possible.
I don't know.
Go get him, Sharky.
Go protect those people,
Right.
Sharky.
I don't think that's possible.
I don't
Like
know.
Jabberjaw.
Yeah.
Some breeds of shark might be more
It'd be awesome.
responsive.
I'd rather have a pet shark than kill somebody.
You got Aquaman down there.
So, well, Aquaman's a different thing. Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to still say it's false, though. Fake news.
Richard Tanzini from upstate New York. Dude, we're nationwide.
Richard
Are we?
Tanzini. He owes me money.
Says he?
I'm just
Richard
kidding.
Tanzini.
Give him your address. He'll send it.
Yeah. Follow Maddie to the house.
Gobble says fake.
I really do. If this is a real story, I want to hit the editor up for this. I read
I also
it
want
wrong.
to meet the guy.
Oh, wait.
The guy that.
Yeah, I want to know who has a pet shark.
No, it's a guy that pet a shark, saved people from shark attack.
Oh, all right.
Good shark. Punctuation
Yeah.
is everything.
I thought you were supposed to punch him in the nose.
I can see picking the shark up and throwing it at another shark. That's
That'd be
pretty
badass.
Yeah. The guy who throws sharks at people.
I mean, if you're
Shark tossing. It's in the
Yeah.
game.
spear sharking, or
you get in a fight in a bar, like, you come out to the beach with me right now, and you'll see how much trouble you're in.
well, that's what it's like to fight Aquaman. He's like,
Yeah.
get in my ocean
Come
and
on.
let me show you.
Come on.
Train it so you can just lay on it like a float.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Or upside down
Oh,
too.
my God.
That'd be badass.
Do you know how impressive that would be to girls?
Oh, that's better than a puppy or a baby.
Totally. Guy's got a pet shark. Oof. Okay, now I hope it's true, but I still think it's false.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we ready for that?
Yeah.
Man pets a shark and kills 7 people. My friends.
The news is fake.
It's fake news.
Ooh, 19 points.
Next question is worth how many points?
Go again?
Go again.
All right.
5 points.
For
So close to the 20.
5 points. Mother causes school ban on Sleeping Beauty because she didn't consent to being kissed.
Oh, I'm going to say that's real news.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If it's not real news, it's going to happen soon.
So now the prince is out of a job?
Yep.
That's crap.
But what is it really to be a prince nowadays? I didn't even know, I didn't know this whole Harry and this royal thing that was going on now.
Yeah, they just announced the other day they're getting married, so it's flaring up again as a
They've
big
only
deal.
been together a year. How long can that last?
I thought
it'll last for. She's going to be a princess.
I thought sleeping was consent.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
only
she's
have
sleeping,
to get
that's
consent.
yes.
Yes, correct.
She's sleeping. That's a yes. I don't see that holding up in court. I don't see that.
So we know who we don't want as a judge or a jury.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck running for office.
Yeah, the Prince Harry thing. Prince Harry's kind of cool, though. Prince Harry gets out there and
Is he the
supports
one
the
that gets tail
veterans. And
was he the one that was? He went to the war, right? Or
yeah,
the
he
army?
rescues people and has adventures. And
Oh, Prince Harry is the...
yeah, he's kind of a badass.
He is a badass.
He probably has a pet shark. I bet he
That he
does.
sticks on people.
A royal shark. Yeah.
Dude, he's engaged to a mulatto.
Is that the correct term that we're using now?
It is, right?
Is it? It was. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if it's
if that's-
changed.
Oh, we got to change it?
She's
Was she
a
awake?
mixed. She's a mixed race actor
Oh, sorry.
of mixed ethnic
Is she an
descent.
actor? Because I heard she just opened a briefcase on Who Wants to Be or Who Wants to Open a Millionaire.
She's a
briefcase.
swirl cone. I don't know what that is.
That's a more impressive credit than I have. So, can you put that on the IMDb?
Right.
So,
That's the only accolade I can see of hers.
she's pretty.
All right.
She snagged a prince.
But she must,
True.
she must
you
get
know?
good head.
So I guess I don't know.
What?
Oh, is that not the rule?
She's pretty. She doesn't have to give good head.
But that age is going to catch up with her. Pretty doesn't last forever.
Braden Gunn.
Ask Braden.
Why, is he pretty?
No, he's married to a princess,
He
though.
used to be.
Oh, he gives good head.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't tune in.
Call him
I'm going
Braden.
to say the Sleeping Beauty story is real.
All
if
right.
not now, then soon it'll be real.
For
You and
five,
everybody else.
5
Yeah.
points, a mother causes school ban on Sleeping Beauty because she didn't consent to being kissed. That, my friends,
The news
is
is
fake news, but you
Oh!
are absolutely correct too, Clark. She's trying. She's trying to get it
Okay.
banned.
Okay.
I didn't want to go all out. Sometimes I got to fudge a little bit more than I want to.
It'll
but-
happen.
But yeah, well,
It'll
it's
happen.
I mean, she's not incorrect. I mean, technically, if you think of it, I mean, she's not.
But
That's what happened.
all Disney stories
Yeah,
are
all
screwed up
fairy
in
tales
one
are
way or
awful.
another. I mean, bestiality, Beauty and the
Right.
Beast. Where does it stop?
Well, Hansel and Gretel, she was going to put the kids in the oven. And
I mean, that's okay, though. Have you ever dealt with 2 kids?
Yeah, I totally put them in the oven. Absolutely.
So did we get rid of SpongeBob for breaking and entering over in Squidward's freaking castle all the time?
Yeah.
He's committing crimes, right?
Right.
He just goes in on, and he
It's
doesn't want
Nickelodeon, not Disney, but whatever.
Does it matter?
Yeah. We're talking about Disney.
Oh, Nickelodeon, that shit's cool.
Yes, because it's SpongeBob, and that guy is high.
That is true.
And
He makes
Starfish,
great,
what is
makes great
his
burgers.
name? Starfish Pinky.
There's Matt Williams.
Hey, Matt, we were just talking about you.
Oh,
Cool.
good. Matt Williams is here.
Jesus Christ, the chat board was funny.
Next question. How many points?
All right.
16.
All right, for 16
I
points.
feel like my throwing motion doesn't look very masculine. So I hope that this camera isn't picking up.
Try
how I
using your
throw.
dominant hand.
I am.
Oh. He's like, that was.
I know. That's bad.
Naked drunken man drives into a tree while having sex with passenger 3-month-old in the backseat. Is this
Totally
a real
true.
story or
Totally real. Real. Happened in Tampa 3 times last week. I'm going to say that.
How did you celebrate your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, that's pretty standard. I think that's totally
It's
real.
mandatory.
Yeah.
I hate you all, especially Uncle Roy.
Uncle.
Love you, Maddie.
Gobble says real. Cindy, welcome. KC says real. Or true because he can't spell real. Matt says
Yeah, we do trick you on
real.
this a lot.
It happened somewhere in Florida. Put it that way. If it's not Tampa, it's somewhere in Florida. That's totally a Florida story.
I like how Florida took over for Ohio for the dumbest criminals.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because they all moved down here.
You guys
That
know
is
Zach
true.
Townsend?
I know the name.
One of Zach's best jokes is, if Florida was America, Pasco County would be Florida.
John Silman says Matt Williams was the passenger. Now that's funny. See, Matt?
See, Matt, you can be funny
if you were John
if you're
Silman.
not actively doing the jokes.
Right. If you're
You've just got to find your niche, Matt.
right.
You're funny. You're funny.
I love that guy. Is that
Are we still talking about Matt?
Deaf Florida story
Def
Wednesday?
Leppard?
What's up with that?
Is that our
It's
new?
a special occasion. There's a new pope, and there's a Wednesday show.
I like the way she says, "Don't do this to me," like she's ever watched on a Thursday. It's a good thing we moved to Wednesday because otherwise she wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Welcome,
seriously.
Cindy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sandy. We didn't want to take off this week, so we moved the show a day ahead because I got things to do tomorrow. Actually, I'll just go ahead and say it. A friend of mine, in fact, you hear the name in the open, Mr. Patrick Donovan, who does the open for us. He is celebrating his 40th birthday, so we're going to Council Oak to eat steak.
He does that sweet intro for you guys?
He does the
That's very impressive.
the disclaimer one.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that vocal fine print. That's my favorite thing about car commercials on the radio.
That's what I was going for there. Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
That's why I like the Micro Machines guy.
Because it's not the real thing.
Right. Because he says it so fast you have no idea what
No
the
idea what
disclaimers
you're
are.
purchasing. Yeah.
I did. I bought one of those stupid little cars.
They're
'cause
cool.
It's all his fault.
Yeah.
And the big actual size truck that held all the little cars.
Oh, my God. You're a diehard.
I was.
He's a dickhead? Is that what you said?
Huh?
I thought you said he was a dickhead. I'm sorry. I missed.
No, I didn't call
No,
him a dickhead.
no, he
I
called
said
me
a
a
diehard.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, Stan.
It's my hearing.
Like
I got
Bruce Willis.
It's
Die
like-
Hard.
Yeah.
Just like John McClane.
Nakatomi Plaza. Yeah.
expendable.
All right, how many points is that worth? I forget.
Was that 16?
For 16 points, drunken naked man drives into a tree while having sex with a passenger and a 3-month-old in the back seat. Of course,
Absolutely real.
that is a Florida story.
Yes.
Next question. We got 2 more here. Next question is worth how many points?
18.
18. Man, I am.
18
Oh, far.
points.
My effeminate throwing motion is racking up the points.
Teacher arrested after students record her snorting lines in the classroom.
This is totally true. And is it cheating if I say that I saw it in the news?
No.
Okay, because I did. Yeah, this is true.
I used to, I smoked a bowl outside in the courtroom at lunch once. That was kind of the extent.
Yeah.
And, oh, that's right. We used to bring Zephyr Hills bottles full of coconut rum. I forgot about that.
Wow. You guys partied down
Junior
here
high
at
was
school.
awesome.
Man.
High
I
school.
guess. Junior high?
Yeah, I was junior high.
Man, we didn't discover beer till we were in our senior year of high school. We
What?
were late bloomers. Yeah.
But that was back when you could drink and drive and the cops could
Yeah, in our Model T on the way to the Beatles concert.
Oh, you had cars?
I used to smoke with my art teacher in 12th grade.
I should say I'm probably not speaking for my entire senior class. I probably just ran with a bunch of nerds. So
Probably.
We
probably,
had,
most likely.
We would smoke, and the bus driver would actually help us create our own bus stop.
Oh, you had a cool
so we
bus
could come
stop?
out of the woods.
Yeah.
And she would let us on. We would trade cigarettes. And
There's always one cool bus driver.
Uh-huh.
My bus driver was a bitch. We used to try to miss the bus by going over to the store, and she would actually come over and pull up in the
she'd
parking lot
grab
because
you?
she knew where we were.
Oh, ours was being nice. Yours was being an asshole.
Yeah, I know it.
And that was when we had we just started getting the cameras on the bus.
Oh.
So of course we flipped that thing off a lot.
I bet.
I love
Yeah,
the
how
way
could you not?
I love the way my wife just throws the art teacher's name out there so that everyone knows who it was.
Oh, our art teacher.
Your business is out there, Stan.
It sure is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're out
I
there.
have nothing to hide.
Good thing.
You wouldn't see it if I.
All right. Teacher arrested after students record her snorting lines in the classroom. That, my friends,
absolutely real.
Is real. And Clark, I'm sure you did see that on the news because I saw
did.
the video and I was like,
Yeah.
But what a little creepy narc that's sitting there in the corner, just kind of because he was outside in the door frame,
Yeah.
off cocked, probably jerking it.
What even is the rule on kids having phones in class?
I don't know.
So I'm sure they don't like it, but then it's one of those things like, how do you even fight it? How do you keep them from having it?
I know we used to pass notes all the time, and it
Yeah.
couldn't stop us. We just got smarter and created
Like
cell
even
phones.
if you can't make them turn them in, and because the parents are going to say, well, what if he gets sick and I have to reach him? And
There are teachers that actually have little pegboards. I saw
really?
one that was pretty genius where it was your seat. So
Yeah.
your cell phone was in your seat, which was also your attendance folder.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have cell phones when I was in school.
I know.
There's a company that's marketing bags that are lockable bags, and they're selling them to entertainment venues. And so when you go to see a show, you have to put your phone in this bag, and it's locked.
But you can carry
but
it
you
with
can
you.
still carry it with
Instead
you.
of putting it in a locker.
Right. So you
But
can
what's
come
the
out,
point?
and then they'll open it up so you can return a call or whatever if it's an emergency or something. So they don't take your phone away, but they take away the ability for it to function in the venue where it will disturb people.
Sounds like they
Or
don't
bootleg.
want you to bootleg.
Yeah, I think it actually started with a Kevin Hart show or maybe a Dave Chappelle show.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
It was a comedian, yeah, at a theater where they launched it for the first time.
Because that's funny. Because I thought the the Kevin Hart one was where they put a jammer and people didn't
That
like
could
that.
be. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know if it's taken off. I work at Amalie Arena, and there's no way we're doing that. It's
I know
too hard to manage.
Ruth Eckerd is really good on the people and the
Yeah.
attendants looking at you, but I don't know if they have a jammer.
Well, most people attending Ruth Eckerd are in their 70s, so a lot of them don't even have the
true.
Have
They have the
portable
jitterbugs.
phones. Yeah, exactly.
Have a
Yeah.
rotary on there.
Mhm.
All right, so where are we here? Are we on the? Do you want to do a points update?
Sure.
All right.
We have Dean and Clark with 53. We have Gobble and Snooks with 35. We have Endeo and Matt Williams with 34. Casey with 16. Alexis with 18. And throw this ball. The last one's worth double whatever you hit.
Okay, so if I'm strategic about this and I throw it at a 2, I'm pretty much locked up to win, right? Me and
No, because I'll just change the rules.
Oh, all right.
Nice try. I mean,
No, just kidding.
11?
Was that 11? Okay, so
Yeah.
this one's worth 22.
Okay.
2 points.
I like how I throw like Tom Seaver.
Or his wife.
I was thinking. Mike Seaver. Google logo artist caught inventing celebrations to keep job. Is that a real
Wait,
story?
what?
The Google logo artist was caught inventing celebrations to keep a job.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because they do the specialized animated
Right,
logos.
like every day, the Google logo, if you click
I'm
on
gonna
it,
say
it
that's
does
fake.
something.
That's fake.
I mean, I invent celebrations to drink.
I know, but he works there.
But you know what? If you go online and search any given date and say, what is this date? And you'll come up with 30 different, it's National Donut Day, it's National
Well, he could have
Hot Dog
simply
Day.
wikied that. And,
Yeah,
made
that's
it
what
a
I'm
wiki
saying. So he
page.
doesn't need to make up stuff. There's enough real stuff out there that'll keep him employed forever. So I'm
Wait,
going to
all
say
you have
that's
to-
fake.
All you have to do is Google it to catch it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a fake story. He's fine.
So far, we got a fake, a Gobble says real. Cindy says fake. I'm going to give Cindy 5 bonus points for actually showing up and playing along tonight. It's not going to help her win, but
they're pity points.
Right.
Wow.
Now, did you?
No, they're appreciation points.
Oh, all right.
There was a top story a day ago about the Google artist apparently did a hamburger emoji, and it was a cheeseburger emoji, and the cheeseburger piece of cheese was under the patty.
Yeah.
So they had to correct it because people were in an uproar.
Oh, because that's not how you make your cheeseburgers.
Right. Because you put 2 pieces of cheese on it.
Whatever.
Twitter, right?
I'd like to think I have better things to get upset about than that, but
Twitter doesn't.
I'm probably lying to myself.
Hold my glasses while I get mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
come here, Matt Williams.
Yeah, we have a tie.
Of course we do.
The news is fake.
Of course that's fake.
Yeah.
So Dean from Jacksonville and Clark from the studio.
So am I going to throw it or is Clark going to do it?
Tied at 75. Clark's going to do it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw it left-handed because that'll look as good as Clark throwing it.
Jesus.
Clark, pick a number between 1 and 20.
1 and 18.
Dean,
pick a number between 1 and 20.
Dean.
Not 18.
Between 1 and 20, Dean. Today, Dean.
Don't tell Dean what to do.
There's a delay, right?
Nope, we're on Facebook Live.
Oh, that's right on time?
It's about 3, 4,
7.
10,
So we got 7 and 18. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah. You didn't even hit the board.
All right, here, we'll do it again. 18.
Oh, my
bullseye.
bullseye.
But anyway, it's closer anyway
Yep.
without going over.
Woo!
Right.
Congratulations, Clark. You get to keep your glasses.
All right. I hope I get to meet Matt Williams someday.
You will when you leave. He's outside.
He's outside pacing right now. Ooh, so angry.
So we're going to take a break, right, Mikey?
That's what we're going to do.
When we come back, we're going to talk to Clark Brooks and Uncle Roy.
All right.
Wow, both those guys.
They're both going to be here. Packed studio. Jam-packed.
Glick, just in time for a break.
Awesome Wednesday. Thanks, Glick. This will only be 17 minutes. We'll be right back. Are you looking for a used car? Are you looking for a great deal? Then you need to come down and see Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt's Used Cars. All customers go away satisfied when they see Mike Hunt. You want something that's a perfect fit for you? Mike Hunt has the perfect fit for you. You want a great deal? All Mike Hunt's customers go away happy. Come down to Mike Hunt's Used Cars. Tired of hidden fees? Tax tag and title? Mike Hunt's gift to you. No tax tag and title. So if you're looking for a good deal, come down to Mike Hunt's Cars and ask for Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt has no complaints on the Better Business Bureau, Angie's List, or Yelp.com.
Never know the cold till you met the one.
Welcome back to
Oh, was that live?
Open Live.
I'm even a bigger fan of Stan now than I was. So.
All right, we're back right here on OpenMicTheShow.com and Facebook Live. Like us, Open Mic Live.
Why can't I hear you?
Because my mic is not on. Because my mic is not on.
There we go.
Oh, man.
It was a perfect show. Why'd you say something?
Huh?
Welcome back to Open Mic Live.
Because for once I want to hear your sweet voice.
Oh, I'm like a bird, I only fly away.
Clark's brought out my tender side.
I do that with people. I tend to bring out the tender side.
Is that what happened?
That's what happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
I don't buy it.
So we're back, and we are back with Mr. Clark Brooks.
Hi.
How you doing, brother? Thank you for making it.
I'm great. I'm thrilled to be here. Sincerely. I'm enjoying myself. This is fun.
Thank you for adjusting your schedule and coming a day early. We appreciate that.
Yeah, if it wasn't this, I'd be eating a bowl of cereal at home and staring at the ceiling fan. So, yeah, totally had to carve out room for this.
Do you eat a lot of cereal?
As much as I can, yeah.
What's your favorite cereal?
You know what? I like this Publix brand, Raisin Bran.
Like the one that comes in the big bag?
No, not in the bag, but it's the store brand. It's not the Kellogg's.
I got you.
It's the $1.50 cheaper one.
It's $1.50 cheaper, and it's literally the same thing. And it's amazing.
It's absolutely the same thing.
It's hilarious.
Totally.
Yeah, it really is. Like people,
all those cereals, yeah.
Anything with a generic
Sure.
sitting right next to it, it's the
Canned
same
vegetables.
thing.
Yeah, you're a fool if you spend that extra 19 cents on Del Monte.
Right.
Right, because for $3 you can have a big ass bag of Fruity-O's.
Yeah,
and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, totally.
I love Fruity-O's.
You love Fruity-O's?
Yeah, fruits. Oh,
wait. Glick says, "What's up with this Wednesday stuff? Now Kevin Holly's going to be feuding with both of us." No,
not with us.
He can't compete with this,
right?
So
Wow, I'm here for the forming of a beef.
Kevin Holly will be aired at 9 right here on IRN Broadcast. Of course, tomorrow night we will not be here. Mike might replay us. I'm not really sure. I didn't ask him about that. But then what do we have there at 10 o'clock our time tomorrow is Nitwit.
Nitwit.tv.
And then Friday, whatever day it is.
Spicoli TV.
With Smitty.
Smitty and Spicoli. I love that show. And there's all kinds of shows. We'll talk about them later. For now, we're going to talk about Clark Brooks. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to talk about cereal.
So
all right.
You're one of the few people out there that is not afraid to put your age out there. You're 53, right?
What am I going to do, lie about it?
Dude, you'd be amazed. Like, I can't believe how many guys are weird about telling people their age. It's so stupid. You do, really?
Well, I think it's maybe something you do when you're even younger. Like, maybe you want to stay 29.
So in your late 30s or something like that.
Once you're past that threshold, though, yeah, it's like
get over it.
Embrace it, right?
Right.
Might as well. I am one of the oldest guys doing comedy in Tampa. There's like 4 of us, I think, over 50.
Is Steve over 50?
Who? Steve?
Netta?
Steve Netta? I don't know.
He's close.
Well, he can join the club when he gets there, but it's like Spike Salzer and Randy Holton and all the legends. All the legends that the kids look up to.
All the Expendables.
What a great movie that would be. Just a bunch of old comics.
Dude, give Clark 5 minutes before he doesn't have it.
Yeah, exactly. 5 minutes?
Actually, we've actually had a comedian that couldn't make it because he almost died.
Right,
wow,
Steve.
who was that?
Huh?
Steve.
Netta?
Yeah, Netta.
He almost died?
He had his he had a heart surgery like 6 days before he was scheduled to come in.
Well, if he's not 50, then he's in the honor mention of 50.
If you've had heart surgery,
if he's had heart surgery, he might as well be 50.
So
yeah,
it says writer, comedian, and ordained minister.
Yeah, man.
Now, did you just pay like $15 and you become a minister?
I didn't pay anything.
Oh, you did?
The little pop-up ad that comes up in the margin of Facebook that says "Become an ordained minister." I clicked on it.
So those ads do work.
Yeah, they do work, and it's the Universal Life Church, and they don't care what your religious thing is. They want you to spread love.
Huh.
So, and the biggest part of it is performing wedding ceremonies, and a lot of people will do it so they can legally perform wedding ceremonies. So they're promoting love, and they do that by getting people ordained so they can perform weddings.
So they're hippies.
Yeah, they're kind of hippies. Yeah, but you sign up and they vet you because I'm sure there's people that sign up as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it's a fake thing. But if you sign up with your real name and they figure out you're a real person, they get back with you in like a day or so and they say congratulations. And then you call the county and they're like, yeah, you're totally allowed to sign marriage certificates and perform ceremonies and.
Dude.
And at the time, I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll marry all the gay dudes. so that it pisses off the people who don't like gay
See, that's
marriage.
awesome. That's
yeah,
spreading love and hate at the same time.
But I've never been contacted to do a gay wedding yet, so it's all just boring straight people.
We're still working on a date.
I've done like 6 or 7 though.
Well, he's already married, so we can't get married.
You guys know Greg Wolf, Third Leg Greg?
I'm familiar with the name, but no,
I'm
we
doing
don't
his
know.
wedding in January.
Really?
Yeah, that's my next wedding gig.
Let's crash that bitch, Mike.
It's at Sunken Gardens in St. Pete.
Oh, that's awesome. We were just there on a nice rainy day.
Yeah.
Were you really?
It rained a little bit.
But I did it as a joke just to see, what'll happen. Where do they ask for money? They never ask for money. They'll sell you stuff, like if you want like business cards and stuff to frame on your wall and stuff.
So
they
you
don't
did it
make you do
free?
anything. Yeah, it's totally free. You
Wow.
can go there now. If you go to Universal Life Church now, you can sign up, and by this time tomorrow, you'll be a minister, and you can pick your title.
What do you mean you can pick your title?
Hold on, wait.
Bishop, you can be whatever you want to be. There's a
King?
list of. I think that's one of them. I don't know.
That is awesome. I'm going. I'm doing it.
I think one of them was like Flying Duchess or something. I mean, it's it's a long list of crazy titles.
Which one was it? Universal.
Universal Life Church.
Slap a bitch up.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien did it. Conan O'Brien's an ordained minister.
What?
Yeah, through the same thing. Yeah.
Is the
In
dog?
fact, I think they have a video from his show talking about it on their website.
There's an ordained package for $29.99.
Yeah, but that comes with stuff, though.
Ah.
I think that comes with like a robe or something.
I would pay. I want a robe. I'll pay $30 for
Well,
a robe.
yeah, then it's worth it. Sure.
I'm all about spreading love.
Yeah, but you can get in and out of there for $0.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's pretty much one of the best deals on the internet.
Oh, you're right. Ordain is fast, free, and easy. Perform weddings legally, gain free access to ULC Training Center, and utilize our wedding ceremony script generator. But where are the names? I want to get names.
I think one of the things on there for sale is a license plate you can put on the front of your car. Probably get you better parking at certain events, at least funerals.
Dude. I can get
it says clergy on it. You know,
that'd be badass.
I'm doing
and it's legit.
A slap a bitch up freaking license plate? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So
just don't enter, one of the Ninja Turtles' names as your name when you do it, so they don't reject you. But
there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
I'll pay. Can I pay to have?
I don't think that's an option.
Just spell it creatively.
Michael.
Angelo.
Angelo.
Yeah.
Angelo.
Yeah.
So you've had a bunch of jobs. So
yeah, that's what happens when you live a long time. You do a bunch of stuff.
So you LLC'd yourself?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, it's easy to do.
Yeah, it's easy to do. It's relatively cheap, and it provides, if nothing else, legal protection if you ever do something that could get you sued. And I've done a lot of writing, and I don't necessarily want to get sued for libel. I don't necessarily put myself in the position for that, but it's nice to have the product.
That's smart. That's a really smart move.
Yeah, you get it with the state, and you get to put that on your business card and look cool. And
what people don't realize, the LLC is not a corporation; it's
Right.
a company. So basically, you're a sole proprietor with protection now.
Yeah, you go from being Stan saying something crappy about somebody to Stan LLC. It's a company that.
So it's like a content condom.
I guess.
Kind
yeah.
of. And if somebody tries to sue you, you just take that condom off and open up Stanley LLC.
Yeah.
I love this.
Pretty much that simple.
I'm so glad I'm sharing things that you guys didn't know before.
I can steal people's jokes if I had just LLC myself.
Well, no, that's not cool to steal jokes.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't say
you
it
can
was
still
cool.
do
I
it.
didn't want to know if I could do it.
All right.
You can still do it. You can
I
play
don't know if I'm
that's
protected
fine.
or not.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, you're
I
protected.
mean, you're pretty much protected, right?
Yeah.
So you've done, Tampa Theater, you still work there?
Yeah, I work there part-time. I'm a projectionist.
Is that like a fortune teller?
No, you go up in the booth and
Press
you show
play?
well, now it's press play. It used to be an art form. You used to had to handle
Feel the reel,
35
the reel.
millimeter film and make sure the loops are the right size and then gauge the tension. And
Now
the
you just hit
machine
buttons, right?
It's literally like pushing a VCR button or a Blu-ray player for the people that are not in their 50s. So there's
then it's a
nothing
blue
There's
hair.
to
no
it.
click and go on Netflix.
There's nothing to it.
Then it's a blue
No.
hair player.
So I almost feel guilty getting paid for that. But yeah, I used to handle the film in a previous job when I was a theater manager.
So have you ever had the computer freeze up on you and start a riot?
No, never had to start a riot. I've broken films in the past when it was actual film, but I've never had a problem running the digital.
While it was playing, though,
Nah.
No, you've never had it freeze up or
Nah.
nothing like that?
I'm pretty good. I'm a professional.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
computers, you can't control.
They're pretty good computers. Also, they're only dedicated to showing films. It's not like there's another program.
Guys
that's
searching
gonna,
porn and
Yeah.
That's
Nothing's going
why
to
this is
conflict
designated for the show.
with it doing its one job. So
accidentally hit the home video that you did not want to put out
Whoops.
it's a pretty big machine considering the only thing it does is project light onto a screen.
there. A big machine.
It's a big.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's like the size of like maybe a washer dryer combo.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, it's fairly big.
Like an old mainframe?
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's got a big bulb in it, and, so.
I like big bulbs and I cannot lie. All right.
I fucking hate this guy.
What? They can't all be winners. Fuck off. So, Emily Arena. You still work there, too?
Yeah, that's my real job.
Customer service?
Customer service, making people happy.
See, now that seems to coincide with what you do. Like,
well, a lot of customer service jobs are just punching bags for people who are pissed off for a company. You just have to take abuse.
Yeah.
In the case of Emily Arena, I'm given the resources I need to correct people's problems and send them away happy. So it's pretty low stress, pretty low impact. Somebody calls and they've got a problem with it. Okay, hold on a second. What can we do to make your problem right? And then, we do that. So, because we're pretty good to our customers. So I'm not a punching bag. So it's very low stress, very low impact.
Hey, that is pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's I know Mr. Vinnick gets a lot of run for being, a good guy in the community, but it's all deserved. I mean, he's the best boss I've ever worked for.
I sincerely believe that.
And you know what it is? What it comes down to? It's what do you want from a boss in a job? You want him to hire good people and then get out of their way and let them do their job, and that's what he does.
That's a good boss.
Yeah, that's all you want out of a job. Like, hire me and leave me alone and let me do my job.
Trust me to do what you hired me to do.
Yeah, and the people above me and around me and all that other stuff. Yeah.
Right. And, I mean, he seems sincere about trying to build this community up. Like, he sincerely loves this area.
Yeah, he's totally into it.
Let him do it.
Yeah, totally.
Because he's doing a great job.
Sure. Saving our city.
Mike Peter, what up, homie? So, that's what I was going to ask you is, like, Emily Arena, can you get me tickets?
No. I can't get you tickets.
Well, I almost forgot where I was at.
That's the other thing in radio is people will constantly ask you for free crap.
Here's the deal with tickets at an arena. If it's a concert, we don't get tickets.
Tickets
belong to the promoter. All we're doing is selling their seats. It's up to them who gets what. We don't get freebies. We get a little bit of leeway with the Lightning because we own the Lightning. However, we sell out every game.
Right.
So there's not a lot of excess tickets laying around to be given away for free.
Right.
Tampa Bay Storm, I'm your man. I can get you and 20 friends into any Storm game you want.
You can come in here all the nursery rhyme songs that you ever want.
Because we own that team, too, and we don't sell those games out.
No, why not?
Arena football was a big deal around here when it was a big deal. It's just
But they got rid of Markham and everything went to hell.
And the whole league kind of went down. Remember they used to play over at Tropicana Field and get 40,000 people over there.
I was in elementary school when that started.
Crazy.
I would prefer USFL come back than arena football, to be honest with you.
No, I want Markham back from the dead.
That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
though.
shit. All right. Well, dream big, right?
Dream big, yeah. He might be ineligible for hire even though if he comes back because he had some issues there.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous. And see what happened? It tore the entire league down.
I thought this was my computer to put porn on. No, Tim, it's not. It really isn't.
Well, who knocked on him?
I think he just got busted. I think probably sent a wrong email type thing.
Yeah, I think that's what
that
it was.
happens to a lot of people.
How about the XFL?
The XFL was cool.
That was great for him. He's the only name that came out of that. The only name.
I went to one XFL game.
Did you really?
Yeah, up in Orlando.
Was it just like it came on TV or?
We were VIP invitees, so we watched from the press box, and we knew we were VIPs because it was blank ticket stock with the words VIP letters printed on it with a Sharpie.
Ooh.
That was our first clue that what we were in for. And then in the press box, you can see the entire stadium at I think it's Camping World Stadium now. Is the name of it. And you would just see pockets of fights breaking out around the. Like, are we in a Mad Max movie?
Are you serious?
Yeah, seriously.
So it was just like the WWE.
There's a brawl over here. There's another brawl over here. Like, there's a small fire over there. And
what were they fighting over? How did they have allegiance over one team or another?
That whole thing was about getting people whipped up into a frenzy, and then let's see what happens. Basically, there's no.
And you got to give it to Vince. I mean, Vince McMahon took that thing far for the TV ratings that he got.
Yeah.
That guy's a genius.
He is.
He's an asshole, but he's a genius.
It spilled out in the streets afterwards, and when we left, we saw a guy getting beat up, and the person driving the car's like, "Oh, we got to stop and help." Like, we're not stopping.
No,
you need to,
Matt
that
Williams
guy's
will be
on
all
his
right.
own. We got to keep going. We got it, and it was like it was literally like a Mad Max movie. Is what it was like going to that.
So you've been doing all that for a while, and is it true you only started doing stand up a couple years ago?
Yeah, it'll be 3 years in January. I'm a newcomer.
I mean, was it like a midlife crisis or something? I mean, how'd you end up doing comedy?
Well, you know what? It was a bucket list thing for a long time. I grew up my generation, basically Saturday Night Live when it started, that was our Beatles. Culturally, that was our Beatles, was when they came along. So a huge fan of that show from the beginning. I was 12 when that launched.
And you're back from the Rita Radner days. And
Belushi and Aykroyd and Chevy Chase and all those. I was 12 when that show launched.
Right. See, I came in for like Eddie Murphy and all that.
And then from there, you start watching Letterman and Carson a little bit, but Letterman, and then, because Letterman was a little more edgy. And so I always admired stand-up comedians. I always thought someday I want to say I did stand-up comedy. So I went to an open mic, or I made my plan to go to an open mic. I'm going to take a bunch of stuff that I've done on Twitter that has gotten positive responses for laughs or whatever.
Right.
And I'll go up there with a sheet of paper, and I'll read off these things that I've already posted on Twitter. And I went to an open mic at the Double Decker Lounge in Ybor.
Matt Fernandez. No, go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to be Matt Fernandez before I knew who he was. Right.
No, go ahead.
But I went to this open mic at the Double Decker Lounge, and it's all comics. It's all the stereotypes for an open mic. It's dingy and dirty, and there's only people there are comics. There's no audience laughing, and some of the comics are really terrible at it. But they're putting the effort in to be good about it. And I thought, well, what I had in mind is totally disrespectful to the craft of comedy itself. And to the guys that are trying to do it, even the guys who aren't good at it.
How disrespectful? How so?
Like, I just would have gone up there and read off a piece of paper while other guys are actually trying to write jokes and hone an act and trying to develop something. Like I said, even if they weren't good at it, they were putting in A-plus effort to it.
I got you.
And I didn't want to be that guy. So I said, well, I can't do that. And I left, and I went home, and I started writing an act. And I came back weeks later and actually went up with jokes. And it went horrible. Of course, your first time out is horrible, but people were nice to me. People said that the stuff was good. It was fun enough that I wanted to come back, and I just started hitting open mics. Basically.
I've always said good friends lie to you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I really expected from just an outside perception that people were going to be really shitty and backstabby and just mean, and that wasn't the case at all. All the people that I've met, for the most part, super supportive, super friendly, really nice, good people. So even if I wasn't, for lack of a better word, doing well with it, I'd still value it just for the people, the relationships I've had with people.
I mean, I respect you for doing it, period. I don't care when you started doing it. That's tough, man. I mean,
I appreciate that. I don't equate it with like going into a building and saving people from a fire, but I understand what people say when they say it's hard and brave, I guess, but... It requires a certain amount of confidence, maybe more than bravery, I guess. But I appreciate that sentiment, though.
I mean, it's real. I mean, that's real because I'm good. I love people. I can talk to people anywhere we go. I don't give a shit who you are.
Matt Williams?
Not for long.
Okay.
Yes,
like Matt Williams.
I can talk about Matt Williams.
Okay, all right.
But, I mean, so we started doing a couple, of our own events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you would naturally think that I'm the guy to go up there and get on the mic and announce everyone, but not so much. It's like I got up there and went, here.
It's not for everybody.
Now,
clearly.
he doesn't talk to people, but he does that like a champion.
But it's a different mode, though. It's not a conversational comfort thing. It's it's a different gear you have to perform.
I'm spewing information.
Yeah.
They're looking at me.
Right.
It's true.
I mean, it's weird.
It is weird.
But
it's abnormal, totally.
What he hasn't told you is every time he does it, he does it at the last second to me.
Oh,
so I don't have time to get nervous.
Oh, well, that's a
the
blessing.
last event I was like, I'm on to you. I'm going to be a little more prepared.
Right. I'm like, I got it this time. Fuck no, I don't.
Yeah, he says that every time.
So are you going to be at Burger Culture next week?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
But David Wayne is actually doing the hosting for all these.
Jesus, David Wayne. No, I'm just kidding. I like David Wayne.
Sorry, David. Matt Williams is doing the hosting.
Oh, jeez, I hate
It's
that.
fun to say mean things about each other.
It is.
It is.
But that's how you know you like each other. It's part of it. It's part of it.
We have a couple other shows that the hosts, we all kind of beat each other up a lot over that. You know what I mean? And other people are going,
"Oh,
you guys okay? You guys are fighting?"
I would be offended if certain people didn't say mean things about me.
Right.
Actually, yeah.
Exactly. Like, well, not Lawrence Green, because that guy won't say nothing mean about anybody. I tried.
But certain, like I mentioned Zach Townsend again. He refers to me frequently as, it looks like somebody tried to build a grandfather out of mashed potatoes when he refers to me. And if he didn't say that, I'd be like, why is Zach mad at me?
No, I know Clark. He's up there.
What'd I do?
What did I do?
So you're a staff writer. What is Raw Charge? Let everyone know what that is.
Raw Charge is a blog that is part of the SB Nation network of sports blogs. It's the Tampa Bay Lightning hub. So it's like a network of blogs. So it's like that we're the Tampa Bay Lightning hub for that network.
And you write for them?
Yeah, I used to be really intense writing like all the time. I used to do game recaps, which would keep me at Amalie Arena until 1 a.m.
Sure.
By the time I interviewed players and all that stuff. And the doctor told me this summer that I have to stop doing everything or I will die. So I don't do that anymore.
So basically, slow down, Clark.
Yeah, slow down. Like, you're not 26, and you have to stop doing some of this stuff. So I still write for him. I mostly do like a weekly poll column this month, or this year.
Right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
But it seems like you have.
But I do features and stuff.
26-year-old energy just spinning around inside of you. So that's got to be tough.
Well, yeah, I'd be bored otherwise. So I like to find stuff to do. I need to have something to do.
I mean, at your age, gardening is not a bad idea.
I don't want to do
in
that.
Florida, it's hard.
I get hot, sweaty, and there's bugs.
I tried it. It's not worth it.
And lizards.
But when you produce just like 4 carrots, you're like, what the fuck? I'm gonna eat this in one sitting.
Yeah,
It took me all year to grow these.
I'm much more suited to go into some dark, dingy bar and telling jokes to people who don't want to hear them.
That's true.
As far as an activity.
So the board's been lighting up about the the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Does Tampa Theater do that?
Yeah, we do that. It's one of the. I hate doing it. It's one of the worst things. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it.
From a working perspective,
as a projectionist at Tampa Theater, it might change now. They're actually in the middle of a massive remodeling right now, and they're upgrading a lot of stuff. But it's an old theater. It's built in 1926, and a lot of the equipment's antiquated. And these guys would come in with this show. They're actors, and they would act out the movie while the movie's playing. And they would want these elaborate light cues. And, like, when this character says this, make sure you flash the red and yellow. I'm like, I don't know the names of your characters. I don't know your story. And we don't have a red and a yellow. So, and if we did, they wouldn't work at the same time.
I'm hoping the blue and the white work.
Yeah. And they're like, well, we'll figure it out. And they kind of leave you up there, and I didn't like it.
So you've never seen it?
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it lots of times.
I've seen it like this much of it.
I projected at Channel Side Cinema before that theater closed, and that was just a matter of them just showing in the movie, and we didn't have to do lights and stuff. I've projected to there a million times.
I mean...
Not millions, that's...
It's so culture blasé for me that I don't want to be a part of it. It's like seeing the Titanic. I will never watch the Titanic.
Why?
The people that are doing it now are kids. They're 20-year-old. They weren't even around when the thing came out.
Right.
So I don't know what the cultural relevance to them is. They just like it.
I'm not
gonna
lie.
Having fun, but
I want to do it just
to wear drag,
just to experience it.
Right.
Well, I wear drag. I mean, I don't need a fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show to wear a dress.
I'll tell you, most theaters don't want people in there throwing food and stuff. That's the worst part for them. They don't want you trashing their auditorium.
Yeah, if you go in and look at the site, it gives you an entire list of shit to bring so you can
Some people are okay with it. Other people are like, do not throw friggin' popcorn and toast in my theater.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's got to be cleaned up.
Well, then don't have the Rocky Horror Picture Show in your theater.
Right, exactly.
Right? I mean...
How much money could that possibly bring in for you?
For the theater?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be worthwhile. I mean, I don't know what it costs.
What's the cleaning bill?
More money.
That's what you have to look at. Is like, what's the cost of putting on the show? Right.
Oh, not that low?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm setting up an open mic live outing.
But the people who do it sell tickets to it, and they, more often than not, they sell out. So somebody's making money on it, or they wouldn't be doing it.
But it's mostly kids, you're saying?
It's mostly younger people, and
see, that's
they're
how
drawing
hip-hop
a crowd.
got popular.
Yeah.
Right. White kids came in and started dressing like
underground thing there is probably the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's what
everyone knows. It's the most mainstream underground thing. It's like, it's so subversive and all this stuff, and everybody knows about it. And
everyone's like, I can't believe you've never seen it. Why would? First of all, live is the only way to. I mean, I don't want to watch that stupid shit.
It's not a good movie,
right? I don't want to watch it on TV. I'd rather watch Grease.
Yeah.
If I'm going to watch a musical, you know what I mean.
Plus, I know all the words.
Right, and she's hot.
Sandy?
Yeah.
Sandra D?
Right.
Well, Susan Sarandon's in Rocky Horror Picture Show when she was really young.
Oh,
she
really?
Was in her 20s, yeah.
Was that back when she had an Adam's apple?
I don't think she had.
No.
Tim Curry has an Adam's apple in it.
That was when she had the Adam's apple, yes.
I can't believe Tim Curry hasn't been accused of touching anybody yet.
Oh, just wait for it.
Yeah, it's coming, right?
Probably.
Jesus
He did it live on the sets.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Garrison Keillor. Did you hear about that? That came down this afternoon. The guy that does Prairie Home Companion on NPR.
What?
Quit today because he was accused of
the allegations?
Yeah. It's literally people you wouldn't imagine, because I would never imagine Garrison Keillor.
All this shows me is that everybody touchy. Nobody has a clean slate. Everybody's got something in their closet.
Right, they were at a Christmas party, and he rubbed up, brushed up against her
but
on the way
it
by.
makes you think back, like, what have I done? And I'm like, I honestly can't think of anything.
I told everybody at my party to show me their titties.
I mean,
true story.
I've said shitty things to girls and, like, overly flirty things that probably weren't welcome, but I've never, like, forced myself on a
Never
girl.
punched a girl in the cooter?
No.
That's hilarious.
Me too. You awake? Hey, you awake?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm safe. Not that anybody's coming after me, but you're right. It's
just
more,
in case you're incorporated.
Yeah,
so.
I guess. Yeah, sue the company, not me. Take it up with my lawyers. When you get over it, I'll marry you.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be playing Stanley Feud.
Yeah.
I pulled up a bunch of old questions from back when we only had like 20 people answering.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of interesting. Not really. It's still that boring-ass Stanley Feud game.
You explained it.
And
fantastic.
then, in segment 4, we're going to come back because I have a lot more to ask the old guy.
Ow.
All right, we'll be back. You're listening to Open Mic Live.
To 10. I'm through playing nice here. Ready or not, I'll rise again. There's no time to run now. Got you cornered in my trap. So raise your weapon. There's no turning back. You say I'm crazy. You say I'm done for. You gotta come in. Isn't over. You say I'm crazy. You say I'm done for. You gotta come in. Let's start a war. After all the years of trying, I've given all I can give. I was merely a rag doll, a puppet tangled in strings. This is no time to back down. You are no longer safe. You are found and the wolves are hungry. Save your breath for the chase. You say I'm crazy. You say I'm done for. You gotta come in. This isn't over. You say I'm crazy. You say I'm done for. You gotta come in. Let's start a war.
Well, I never knew you, never cared, but I guess it's just something you do. And strike a pose, you put on a great show. Now it's time to put on your walking shoes. And at a glance, we had a good chance, but now that's all just said and done. What a shame, you should have stuck around, cause I'm about to have a lot more fun. Taking over the world for you, I would have laid down my life. What a shame you tore with my brain, cause you would have perfect size. Now it's broken, fix it, was split right down the middle. Now broke is busted to half, that won't fit back together. We could have had it all, but you let it slip away. You let our house up cards for now, just a memory. Times so easily you forget. Now it's my turn to let go as I purge you from my head. All the lies that you told over time, well, they really seem to get in my way. And I believed every word you said, and I fell for every broken promise that you made. Now you're stuck on a page in a book on a shelf in something that I call in my past. I was hoping we go the distance, but because of you I know it never lasts. But we could have had it all, but you let it slip away. You let our house of cards fall now just a memory. But I want to all of the good times so easily you forget. Now it's my turn to let go as I purge you from my head, from my head, yeah, yeah. I say, whoa, whoa. So easily you forget. Never just a memory. As I learn to purge you from my head. We could have had it all, but you let it slip away. You let our house of cards fall, now I'm just a memory. We could have had it all. You let it slip away. You let our house of cards fall, now just a memory. But I want to all of the good times, the ways I leave you for them. And now it's my turn to let go as I purge you from my head.
This is John Jacobs saying Open Mic Live is the greatest podcast on earth. Listen to it.
Now it's time for Open Mic's favorite game, Stanley Feud. Hi, guys.
Dude, that was one of the nicer intros you've done. Usually you're a dick about it. Thank you. Is it because Clark? See, I told you.
I bring out the tenderness in people. I do.
I'm a year older.
That's right.
Is that what it
yeah.
is?
That's the other part of it.
you're humbling?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we really have to have a John Jacobs rejoin? Can I go 24 hours without interacting with John Jacobs?
Well, I won't play anymore.
I mean, you don't have to talk back to the rejoin.
Jesus. First Matt Williams, then David Wayne, now John Jacobs.
Trust me, I know.
Oh, my God.
Dude, if we could get better talent, we would, bro. We got you here.
It took us 2 years to get you.
Yeah, I'm late to the show. There's been several guys that I kept thinking, what's wrong with, why can't Clark do Open Mic Live?
Because there's only 46 to 48 shows, and we've got bands.
I only wanted one of them. I didn't want to be a cast member. I
didn't think that you would do this show.
Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't I do the show?
You're a minister. No.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I just learned that.
We are going to talk about Jesus before we go off the air. No, we're not.
Can we?
Can you just make Mike scream it?
Jesus Christ.
So this is a game I completely made up.
Yeah, I get to contribute to this game sometimes. You send me a message.
It's been a couple weeks because of the holidays, but
yeah, but it's fine. It's fun though.
So did we get new ones?
Yeah.
Did you do a whole one this week?
I did not do a new one this week because I thought we were going to have to cancel, but nope, Clark came through.
I ruined it.
No, I love you. So these are old ones. These are from back when we had like 20 people answering instead of 104.
Wow,
okay.
That's a good
So
increase.
this was easier for you to put together this week.
Yeah, I just had to copy and paste.
Gotcha.
There's no adding or nothing of that. All right, so number one. The number one answer is worth 5 points. All others are worth 1. First question is, name something women are known for that men aren't.
Bleeding out of their hoo-has. Period.
Giving birth to children, sort of along the same lines.
Just wait.
What is it? You have to get one of the top whatever answers?
Top
or do you have
5
to
answers.
get,
You
you have to
get
get one of the top
answers.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Which back then was everybody.
But and if you get the first one, you get 5 points. Right?
Oh, so, okay, I get it now.
The
All right.
rest are 1.
I'm on board.
They're all bored, bro. Pussy. Yes, you have to answer.
I did. I said giving birth to children.
Oh,
Giving
good
birth.
job. I'm
Come
proud of you.
on!
Keep up, dickhead.
Hey, attention.
Well, you want me to change my answer?
No, you're good.
All right.
Mitch having babies, giving birth, boobs. Boobies.
Pubes? I don't know.
Boobies.
Stan's not really lacking in that department.
I have boobs.
That's what I'm saying. You're not lacking in that department.
No, that's my wife.
That's right.
Oh,
You
man.
carry the weight for both of
I'm
you.
just kidding. They're
Savage.
huge. They're the hugest
They're
barely bees you've ever seen.
Gigantic
Wow.
bees. Stings.
You say wow. I actually watched
So I
her-
got Matt Williams waiting to beat me up outside. You have Lisa outside
Lisa,
waiting to beat
yep.
you up.
I'll hold both of your glasses.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hers in.
You're in more trouble than I am because I'm pretty sure I can take Matt Williams.
bleeding from their vag. Okay. Jesus
I said
Christ.
bleeding from their hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
That's exactly. It's just
Pretty
exactly
much.
the same thing.
Yeah. What other would be a hoo-ha?
Hoo-ha.
Yeah. Oh,
The
earlobe.
nose.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I have no idea.
That's my finishing phrase.
Hoo-ha?
Hoo-ha! You've never done that? Hoo-ha!
So you bleed from your hoo-ha?
I will now.
I think you need to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Williams taught me all the jokes I know.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
So I guess that looks like everybody, Mikey.
All right.
9 people said gossiping. 7 said shopping. 5 said vaginas. 5 said bitching or PMS. So I'm going to give bleeding from the hoo-ha for PMS. And 2 said no sense of direction. Stephen Netta, thank you for staying alive long enough to watch.
Hey, Steven. We're glad you're here.
Yep.
Sincerely. It's true.
You give Clark hope.
Yeah. If Stephen Netta can make it, I can make it.
Number 2. What TV theme song gets stuck in your head?
Oh, gosh.
Past, present.
It shouldn't because it's basically just a tuneless mess, but it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just
That's
it's
a great answer,
free
actually.
range. What do you call it? The music you don't have to pay for.
Instrumental?
Right.
Oh, royalty free.
Yeah, it's royalty free music that they use because they didn't have a budget.
They had zero budget.
Yeah, so that's what they
made
picked as their
6
theme
episodes.
So he's afraid to get his song stuck in his head that you might have to pay royalties for just because you're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Clark is always looking
ASCAP
up.
BMI coming after me. Yeah.
Endeo says cops. That's a great... SpongeBob. I used to... Yeah.
Oh, Animaniacs. is another
Cops.
one.
Cops. Bonanza.
I get them all in my head, so I can't even. There's no top one.
Cops
Jeopardy?
is a good one, actually.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
MASH. No.
Seinfeld just because of the sick bass line.
I always get the loop of blah 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 Family Guy.
Oh yeah,
and then I just
The Simpsons, of course.
Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
Simpsons.
Jeopardy. Cops is a good one though because when it first came out, everybody, you might as well been Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yeah, right. Nobody knew it was Circle of Friends. Was it Circle of Friends? Who sings that?
Something like it was
something Circle.
It's a reggae band, and I'm sure that that probably made their career.
See, we still don't even know.
They probably get a check every week. Still, is Cops still on the air?
Yeah, they should. I think they're on Spike or something. But
those guys are loaded. Then whoever that band is,
right? It's like the Friends guys. They hated their song, but.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one, right?
Friends is sketchy.
What the hell was that?
That was the intro.
That's the intro.
Nailed it.
I knew exactly what that was.
Right?
Yeah.
Name that tune.
Couldn't have been better. Could not have been better.
So nobody got any of the top 5 answers.
Oh.
Let's make this happen. 8 people said All in the Family. 6 people said The Jeffersons. 5 said Sanford and Son. 3 said Brady Bunch, and 1 said Sopranos. Now this was back.
Okay, is everybody playing this game as old as I am? Because those are old shows.
Well, back then it was because back when I was doing this,
yeah,
it was plumbers that I was surveying.
Oh, all right.
It was all people from my job.
Same group of people.
Except for Sopranos, all those shows are from the 70s.
I can't even think of the how does the theme for All in the Family go?
What?
It's where they're sitting, Archie and Edith are at the
piano.
No, natural days.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Oh, I thought it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Rock.
That's Happy Days.
Oh, sorry.
That's Happy Days.
I get confused. We were talking about sharks. I get confused.
Yeah.
The shark on this show.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Did I do that right? God, this makes keeping score easy as shit. Name something kids want to be when they grow up. Matt Williams. No.
No kid wants to grow up to be that.
Plus, is Matt Williams even grown up?
That's true. When I grow up, I want to be a non-grow up. What?
Yeah, I want to be Arrested Development. I want to be... I'm going to say cops. Kids want to grow up to be cops.
Firefighters?
Yeah.
Dean, we got firemen.
That's what I was trying to think what I grew up for, or wanted to be for Halloween when I was a kid. So there was the Army band, and then there was the...
Rock star?
Cop.
I answered once in school pilot. I have no idea why. I never wanted to be a pilot. I don't know why.
That doesn't sound like a good
that.
idea.
Yeah, why would I think I even wanted to be a pilot?
Alexis says superhero.
Probably because it was one of those outrageous jobs.
Yes, yeah. Well, it'd be cool to fly planes, but
I don't think you want to be a rock star until you're like in your teens, though, right?
Did you hear about the computer glitch of American Airlines?
No.
Apparently, they gave every single one of their pilots off for Christmas.
Oh.
So they're now offering time and a half to a pilot for them to volunteer to work.
Good for them.
So good luck.
Because my understanding is they don't make a lot of money.
Who's that?
Pilots? Commercial airline pilots don't make a lot of money.
Pilots make good money.
Yeah, they make great money. And they drink a lot. You can drink on the job. For pushing a button?
I'm looking that up. It's harder than projecting a film.
I know the stewardesses make
Not
good money
much.
in the bathroom.
I can do it on my app. So
Ellen Davis says waitress.
Oh, my God.
That's my girl.
Be a waitress when I grow up.
At Waffle House.
A nurse.
Nurses are making decent money now.
Teens are kids, Dean said.
Okay, average salary of a commercial pilot. What's your guess?
I would say
37,000.
70.
73 grand.
That's good money for sitting
not
in
good
a
money?
plane.
For flying
Plus, they
planes?
probably get per diem.
I mean, we know it's not $50 for 20 minutes, but
Yeah, I mean...
They probably get per diem.
Okay, yeah, you're right. All right.
we didn't hear the question.
Name something kids want to be when they grow up.
Pilots now.
73.
No idea.
And that's across the board. I mean, if you've got
That's
tenure
an
there,
average. So, if you got some time.
103 is
yeah.
it crazy? Plus, you get to bang all the
All right, I'm an idiot.
flight stewardesses.
I don't know what people make.
Stewardesses.
You're not an idiot,
I'm
Clark.
an idiot. Do you know how much those guys that operate the high-rise cranes, the big, really tall
They make
construction
bank like
cranes?
$300 an hour.
It's something crazy like that, yeah. Because once they get up there, they can't come down, basically, and it's very specialized.
They got to pee in a Mountain Dew cup.
Yeah,
Launch it.
And you go downtown Tampa now, I think there's like 5 of those things
I know.
up right now. So there's some guys making some bank downtown.
You
right
do
now.
realize that job is one of the highest death rate jobs.
Oh, sure, it's
Yeah, but
dangerous.
it's next to window washers.
Yeah. I don't know how much they make, but they should make that.
I think it's
73,000.
I don't think it's that much. I think it's like good for for compared to like minimum wage, I think it's pretty good, like 18 an hour.
But it's not an everyday job though, right? Because you're not.
It's
cleaning.
every day. You're just not cleaning the same window every day.
All right.
Dean says $125 an hour
for window washers.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I'm
not
doing it.
Yeah.
What's New York?
My
New York
God.
is probably $300, but you got to pay state tax.
A union, you got to be a union member. Sure.
No thanks. I'll pass.
Dude, unions work, bro.
Well, they do, but it's something more you have to pay for.
In 6 months.
Is true.
They got to go through all the red tape. It's like having a city with a city.
I mean, it's better than homeowners association. At least they actually do shit for you and not just fuck with you.
Homeowner associations are ripoffs.
You pay them a shit ton of money to fuck with you the whole time you live there.
You pay them to fine you
for
doing stuff on your property.
Right.
That's basically what that is.
I pay them to ask them for permission.
Yeah. Your kid builds a tree house on your property, you get fined. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And whose property is it really?
Right, exactly.
So, what did you say, Clark?
I said cops.
Yeah, that wasn't on there. All right, so
nobody likes the cops.
7 people said fireman, 4 people said rich, 4 said football player, 4 said astronaut, and 1 said pimp.
Pimp. All right.
Back in the
Not gonna
day.
argue. Yeah.
I mean, look at Ice-T, right?
You get a spectacular wardrobe.
Ice-T.
Unless you're a pimp over here.
Yeah, that's true. These guys are on the budget.
Those are
over
just
here.
Pumas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ice-T's turned his life around. He's a cop now.
On TV.
Oh.
Not a real cop.
How much an hour does that make?
Yeah. How much does a TV cop make? Yeah.
As much as a minister.
Yeah.
All right.
It's true, too.
All right, next question. Number 4. Name a toy that became a TV show or cartoon.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Was it a toy first?
Name a toy that became a...
you know what? It was a comic.
Yeah, a toy that became a show.
Comic will work.
It was a comic book
Comic
first.
is a toy.
And then it was a toy. Okay.
It was still a toy before it was on TV.
Yeah.
Toy that became a show.
Smurfs were not toys before they were on TV.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's an order of succession here.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Well, like Rubik's Cube was a toy before it became a Saturday after...
Cubert was a video game.
That's a toy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicole says Care Bears. We got G.I. Joe.
Oh, G.I. Joe's that's what I'm going with, G.I. Joe.
Then Cabbage Patch, too. Cabbage Patch would have been first.
Yeah, Cabbage Patch, definitely. G.I. Joe was a toy for like 40 years before it became a TV show.
Right. In fact, it shrunk.
Yeah, they
to fit
became
into
little
the
guys.
TV.
Yeah.
Was G.I. Joe... What war did that start coming out
Was that
in?
World... Was it Vietnam or was it World...
I think it was... I don't think it goes back as far as World War II. I think it was like the 60s.
Maybe Korean War.
60s when they came out. Yeah, maybe Korean.
Care Bears. Gobble says Karate Turtles.
Yeah, she does.
You said Karate Turtles, Mike?
Yeah. But the whole thing is it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
what
exactly,
the answer
right.
of this is.
It's not worth arguing over.
Well, no, it literally could be something different.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like real life Family Feud.
Right.
Casey says Elf.
Elf?
Elf was a show before.
Elf was a show, and then a toy, then a kid's cartoon. In fact, I still have one of the toys from Burger King. Probably collectible.
Probably a collectible. It's in original packaging.
Elf is phenomenal, though.
Before you get up for that final snack, I want you to know, I'll be right back. Ah, lucky.
Willie! Ha!
Dude, what's
That's my
Are you serious?
I watched the Elf. Yeah.
G.I. Joe, 1956.
It's still on. They still
56?
have it on TV. 56. So okay,
so right around Korea, yeah.
Yeah, after World
Just
War II.
after, yeah. Prior to Nam, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know history. That's why I'm asking you guys.
I'm old enough where I can say Nam. It's not ironic. So.
But are you old enough to say that you avoided Nam?
No, not that old. Yeah, unfortunately, no.
I can get away with saying it's not racist. What happened?
Do you want those? Did you want the answers?
Yeah, it would be nice.
Did I put them there?
It'd be nice.
8 people said My Little Pony. 8 people said G.I. Joe. 7 said Karate Turtles. 5 said Transformers. And 4 said Care Bears. Kung Fu Grip, 1972.
Ooh.
Kung Fu Grip.
Yeah, Kung Fu Grip was a big thing.
And that's and then after that is when they started shrinking down to the little miniatures.
Yeah, they started making them
and then made money.
Oh yeah, because you'd make $1 million of them, and kids could buy. Like the big G.I. Joe, I think was like $12.
And it was like 12 foot tall. It was like $1
Yeah,
a
it was
foot.
huge, and it was totally articulate. You could do everything. But then you get the little guys, they're like $1.50.
Yeah,
each.
but
You get a whole team of them for
And then
$10.
you get boats for them and planes. And
yeah, all the vehicles. And
that's why you wanted to be a pilot.
Totally, so I could have guns. What? No.
So I could move Seminole Heights. Wait.
I only had G.I. Joes so that my Little Ponies had someone to ride them.
I believe that. I believe that.
My Care Bears will whoop your G.I. Joe's ass. No?
My Care Bears will stare.
What? Dude, that's what I want to see. A Care Bear versus Shirt Tails fight.
Oh, I wasn't sure they were different things.
No, they're different.
Yeah.
Wow. One of them just spells it. The other one
There had
shows
to be
the
some
picture.
lawsuits, though,
Right.
going back and forth. Somebody had to say, no, you can't do that. That was our thing.
But Shirt Tails weren't bears. They were
Right.
other animals in the park.
They were the ghetto
but
version.
that had to be hashed out in court, though. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody had to.
Yeah,
Unless it was the same creator.
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess.
he made that.
Yeah, I just spun it off. Bill, you got any more ideas for cartoons? Different animals wearing shirts.
Right.
Leave me alone for 5 years.
Scraggly monkey.
That's not crazy to think, though, if you look at the cartoons.
Yeah.
All right, so Dean has 6, Mike with 2, Snooks with 1, Endale with 6, Casey with 5, Clark with 5, Lexus with 1, Gaba with 1. Last one, number 1's worth 10, all others are worth 5. Let's make it happen. What is your favorite Chinese menu item or meal?
Oh, vegetable lo mein.
Wow, you answered that fast.
Yeah, I have a go-to. Yeah.
I love the bourbon chicken, but not everybody does it the same, so
Yeah.
it's not my favorite. However, the Mei Fun, House Mei Fun.
I don't know what that is.
The skinny miniature rice noodles.
Oh, okay.
With the vegetables and whatever
Oh, that does sound good.
greasy. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. Anyway, you go. Actually, I made some with beans, and I didn't have General
You
Tao.
made some?
I didn't have chicken, so I had a General Tao packet, and I made it with those Mei Fun noodles.
But you're not Chinese.
You know what? I identify as Chinese now.
You know what? I'm only racist in one area, and it's food. I want people that are of that ethnic division making that food.
Making your Americanized Chinese
I don't want
food.
somebody named Todd making me a Cuban sandwich.
This is true.
Yeah.
I
Totally racist when it comes to food.
No, I'm with you on
Yeah.
that. I don't disagree
It's a
with
good-
that at all.
That's a good philosophy to live by.
Because there's so many places in Tampa with the Cuban. This is our take on the Cuban sandwich. No, don't take on the Cuban sandwich. Just make a Cuban sandwich.
The way it's supposed to be made.
Let me go to West Tampa and spend $4 for a giant sandwich.
And the problem
Yeah.
there is a lot of Cuban sandwiches are just ham sandwiches with a
Yeah.
piece of pork on it.
Well, we use a special brioche bun and we brush it with honey Asiago mayonnaise. But, well, screw
No,
you.
I
Just
want
make a
your,
Cuban sandwich.
I want the roof of my mouth to get cut from your Cuban bread.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like biting into a piece of fiberglass.
Correct.
I want it. Yeah, but delicious at the same time.
Fiberglass isn't delicious?
Take that shit back to the kitchen, Becky. Nobody wants it.
I don't know. I've tried chewing fiberglass. Look what it does.
Still delicious, though, right?
Yeah, it sucks. The end result's terrible. Agree with egg roll with duck sauce.
That's a winner. That's a nice snack size little, get you through.
I'm a fan of, but I don't think it's Chinese, the spring roll or the summer roll. The one that's not fried, but it's wrapped in the rice paper.
Yeah, it's kind of, I know what you're talking
I
about.
think that's Japanese, though.
It might be.
Lo mein. I thought lo mein was just the noodles.
It's soupy noodles.
It's the soupy noodle.
Yeah.
That's actually the Chinese translation.
Yeah.
Soupy noodle.
Soupy noodle for you.
I think the grossest thing in Chinese menu is that egg drop soup. Like
Oh, that's good.
I can't even. It may be delicious, but I can't even look at it.
It's weird. It's got a weird texture to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the wonton soup.
Wonton's good.
If it's done right.
Egg drop is like egg. You know how when you fry an egg and that part doesn't
Oh,
quite
it's disgusting.
cook? That's
Yeah.
the kind of the texture of egg
Dude,
drop.
it looks like snot just rolling around in
It
the water.
does. I'll grant you that. But it's good, though. It tastes good.
Now, are spring rolls... Those aren't really Chinese, are they? Spring rolls?
Those might be Vietnamese.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Your
place
shit
downtown that does really good, like Vietnamese food.
Oh, really?
Spring rolls, yeah.
Is
Can't
it
remember the name of it.
Faux Mo's or Faux...
No, it's the one across the street from Eddie and Sam's Pizza.
Still
Bamboozle
everything.
Cafe.
Bamboozle.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that
Makes
name.
good stuff, yeah. They have
Might
good
go.
spring rolls there.
Sounds suspect to me.
Yeah, well, you can't complain if you get ripped off at a place
Right.
called Bamboozle Cafe. Like, dude, you saw the sign when you walked in. What do you want?
You knew the risk.
It's like giving consent.
You knew what would happen.
All right, I think we're there.
Never heard that before.
10 people said egg roll. 6 said General Tso's chicken. 5 said beef and broccoli. 3 said egg foo young. And 2 said bourbon chicken.
Oh, I thought sweet and sour would get more love.
Bourbon chicken's my favorite.
Yeah, that's
good.
good.
Like I said, it's different at different places, and it can throw it off.
There used to be a place in the mall, the University Mall's food court. Oh my God, that was the best goddamn spicy chicken around.
You know what? Mall food court Chinese food is pretty good.
And they let you know right up
they
front.
tell you before up front. Yeah.
Right, they stick you in the gums with a freaking toothpick and meat on it. So we do have a winner.
Do we?
We do.
Really?
KC wins with 15 points.
KC! I knew KC would take it.
Yeah, so did my sister. All right, so when we come back, we're going to talk more with Clark. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I love to talk.
A little bit more left. We got From This Fire coming up. And From This Fire, if we run out of break time, we need more break. Just kidding. We'll be back. From This Fire coming up.
The Open Mic Show with John and Stan is brought to you by Dick's Real Mayonnaise. Dick's Real Mayonnaise is handmade with all natural ingredients. Perfect on any meat or finger food for any occasion. Dick's tastes so good it'll have you coming back for more. Every jar is made with a personal touch just for your tasting pleasure. So remember, when shopping for your next picnic or barbecue...
Tell your friends to eat dicks. Welcome back to Open Mic Live.
Especially you, Matt.
Now that's funny.
He likes mayonnaise. I'm just trying to say. gets it.
I love Matt Williams.
He was just Clark was just talking about Matt Lauer finding that he had a button in his office that locked the door.
From his desk, he could push a button and lock anybody who was in there so they couldn't leave.
I want one of those Mr. Burns buttons that just drops
that's
people
totally
in front of
from
you.
The Simpsons.
Simpsons did it.
But I struggle with the process that he had to ask for that, and somebody had to fill out a work order, and they had to send it downstairs, and they're like, well, I guess I got to go up there and install a rape button in Lauer's office.
Nobody questions
and nobody questions it.
Why
does Matt need that? I got a thing. I have to go fill it out.
It's fucking Matt.
Yeah.
I'm molested and I can't get it up.
And then everybody else down the hall's like, well, I want a rape button. I mean, why does he get a rape button? Like, everybody gets rape buttons. All right, we'll do it.
What are you, Oprah rape buttons? You get a rape button, you get a rape button, everybody gets a rape button.
You walk down the hallway, all you hear is click, 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 click.
I had to be rape free for 3 months before I got my first button.
Nope.
Yeah. Too much, NBC.
Right. How many steps are in that program?
Yeah, no kidding.
So
how good do your ratings have to be that you get to ask for a rape button on your office door?
I mean,
like,
what's he getting?
It's like, well, I don't want to give it to him, but you know what? We're killing Good Morning America, and so I guess we have
just
to do
keep
it
him happy, right?
Yeah.
Keep the talent happy.
Yeah,
a rape
exactly.
button. So what exactly is a rape button?
It locks the door.
Locks your victims in your office so they can't leave.
Are you... What?
Yes, that's what he had on his desk. That's what we're talking about.
So
Shut
get
the
yourself
hell up. I was
comfortable.
pissing. I'm sorry.
No, seriously, that exists. He had that.
That's not real.
That's real. That's part of the reports that are coming out about what he did.
That is badass. If I had that in high school, I would have gotten laid all the time.
Yeah, come in here, Ann. I want to talk about the show tomorrow. Click. Oh my God,
dude, that was wow. That can't. Is that?
That's totally real. How horrific is that? You go into the boss's office and you hear click.
That is crazy.
Oh God, I'm in here until I get out.
I don't have ad block on this computer, so
what's that mean?
It's a little harder for me to search for things because a bunch of shit just pops up.
So anyway,
revelation of disgraced Matt Lauer's secret door button raises eyebrows.
It should raise some eyebrows. It should have raised some eyebrows previously, I think.
I wonder if it's going to be like the most boring story or just the most incredible Dexter style.
I guess. I don't know how it can be anything but dark. I don't.
For them to get rid of him like that.
Yeah, like that quick.
Yeah, they didn't question.
Yeah, because when they shut down House of Cards, like Netflix, like, well, we're going to go down to the set and we're going to visit people and we're going to explore options and we'll see what happens. No, this happened like within 48 hours of them, whoever it was, going to HR, basically. But there's also reports that stuff has come up previously that that was ignored. So now the climate has changed, and now maybe they're prone to act a little quicker.
Well, that wording was weird. Oh, but no, yeah, okay. The way that they worded it was awkward. It was kind of like, though there's never been any reports, this may not have been his first time. Like, whoa, wait, what? Then how do you know that?
It's our first report, but we're hearing like there could have been previous reports if we had paid attention.
It didn't get past the union.
Yeah, right.
I mean, sleeping your way to the top, bro, it goes back, I mean, way back to like my
girls
great-grandfather.
Doing it to guys, not...
And maybe the girl deciding, like, I'm willing to accept this, you know, as opposed to being locked in an office with the guy.
Well, yeah, that's one instance, and that's wow. That's
if it's a woman like trading favors in order to ease her burden or whatever. Well, that's okay, I guess. You're bartering goods and services in a way, but to be you're in here.
Right. So Monica, that type of situation is acceptable.
She was totally, she was definitely consenting.
It's all about consent. Yeah,
it's all about over her dress.
Yeah, you know, fat girls, bro.
They were always first act. We always putting stuff in their mouth.
Jesus.
So is this?
It's a dark world out there, man.
Right, because now we're looking at somebody that was a face that was supposed to be, I don't want to say pure, but Matt Lauer was supposed to be kind of respectable.
You'd wake up and turn the show on and you drink your coffee. There's my TV friends.
But
welcoming
now
to the
he's
day.
equivalent to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Who's now being charged with sexual trafficking.
Right, I saw that too. Sex trafficking, like he flew people to other countries just so he could.
As powerful as he was, it's going to be hard. I can totally believe that.
Yeah, well, now you do. Now I believe it. So, when Katie Couric comes out saying, I screwed all the guys. All right, cool.
I mean, and how arrogant do you become after they actually write skits about you doing this and no one's doing anything about it then?
Like, ha, 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 I'm winning. Right.
It's like, oh, well, they're just laughing about this
It's
shit?
an ego boost.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's ridiculous, is what it is.
It is.
I
It's
know.
absurd.
Now it's not the time to get in Hollywood.
No.
tricky.
Don't become a cop and don't become an actor.
No, are you kidding? All these openings that are suddenly happening? Like Netflix alone
Yeah, but that's like
is dropping content, so now you have to fill those gaps.
Yeah, but that's like firing Coach Gruden. You don't want to be the next guy. You want to be the guy after that guy.
You go into Netflix and you pitch your show and you go, oh, by the way, never raped anybody. And wow, let's listen to what he has to say. Maybe
you're not hireable at that point.
Well, maybe you're extra hireable.
So you
at
had
that
no
point.
credentials. Is basically what you're saying.
But they're not going to pull your show off the air in 3 months, though.
We don't think you're right for Disney. We're sorry.
Yeah. Good grief.
Yeah, right. Who would want to follow Prince? Like, could you imagine having to, Prince opening up for you back in the day when he?
Oh, right. I was wondering where you were going with that.
Because he says, who would want to follow up Gruden or something to that effect?
Speaking of Prince, considering Prince's image for the longest time, how does he not have any sex scandals in his thing? Like
because he would.
But he was a sex maniac. Was basically his image for the better part of 20 years of his career.
But he was a romantic, and he
guess,
treated the ladies like.
But he'd
ladies.
crawl around on the floor in the smoke with his shirt off and licking his tongue out and. In videos, and then meanwhile Michael Jackson's getting Captain EO. But here's Prince over here. Like I'm actually G-rated. If you want to know the truth.
I mean, Michael Jackson actually built, he went beyond the glove compartment candy thing. He built a whole goddamn thing to bring kids in. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, Prince is just like, oh, this is an image. I'm just selling records. I'm not really a creepo.
Well, Prince was genius. He just went both ways so that you have a better chance of someone actually saying yes.
Yeah, he sold that whole androgynous thing, and
Dude,
but nobody's ever come forth and said Prince is the father of my baby, or or I got drunk and crashed my car after a party at Prince's house. None of that scandal for a guy who his image was he's a wild man, basically, and nothing touched him. Scandal.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
He wasn't on Twitter.
Totally managed his image.
Twitter was around in the 80s.
Way better, exactly.
Yeah. Totally had a handle
But
on
how
all
hard
that
is
stuff.
that now? I mean, with Twitter, social media, all that, it's extremely hard to conceal who you are because
you have to participate in that stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
Because your fans or whatever demand it of you, and then you go too far and do something stupid and
text a picture of your junk to the wrong person, and next thing you know,
are you listening, Matt?
No, Matt, that's how you
he
get
is
famous.
because he just texted me a picture of his junk. So thanks.
That's why Clark was doing this.
Again.
Pinch to zoom.
Thanks,
Pinch
Matt.
to zoom.
Double tap. So
I'll put it in the folder with the rest of them.
So speaking of fans, you are a comics favorite in this area. There's a couple of everybody loves you.
They do? Who loves me? I want to hear
loves
that.
me? Who loves me?
Let's turn the show into that.
Who loves Uncle Roy?
I don't know. I try to be affable and communicate with my what I consider my peers, my brethren. So I guess I would be surprised if I heard people thought I was a jerk.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean,
that's
I get
nice.
that, but I mean, there's a lot of nice people out there, or nice comics out there, but you're special in that manner.
Oh, well, that's nice to hear. That's that's very flattering.
You got to remember, we get to talk to all of them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's cool.
And I can't tell you who says what because
you didn't bother to pay attention.
No, I know. I just don't want them coming at me because I told you not to tell them.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
So
I don't know. It's not bad to be well thought of. Certainly.
No, not at all. I've been
sure,
working
that's
on
great. Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe you could teach me a few things.
I'm not going to do that though, because I draw the line at being nice to Matt Williams.
So you've only been doing it a couple of years now. You said you went up at first with like a notebook and
I was going to go up.
And
yeah,
then
I talked myself out of that.
But you went back home, wrote more jokes.
Wrote jokes,
now,
not actual just one-liners off of Twitter. I wrote jokes.
So before you actually went back and decided to go on stage and do comedy as
Yeah.
opposed to read jokes,
did
you practice the way you were going to say it at home at all? I mean,
I probably read stuff out loud, but even then I knew that there wouldn't be a substitute for going up in front of an audience because it's a different atmosphere and everything. So probably did a little bit just maybe for timing or whatever, but you can't replicate stage time.
So like the inflections or the mannerisms,
yeah, and the
that just goes
pauses and
natural.
all that stuff. Yeah, and I'm sure what I thought was probably 5 minutes the first time I went up, I'm sure I fired through it in 3 because you go. First of all, when you go up on stage, your adrenaline starts pumping, which speeds things up naturally, and you have to consciously control that stuff. Plus, I'm still prone to going too fast. So I'm sure back then I was terrible about it. I'm sure I just like fired right through everything.
And that's tough.
So,
I mean, that's like...
It is. It's
like,
my biggest challenge right now.
When I first started doing this, I had
That
no
and being
idea
funny.
how long 2 minutes was.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you got to fill 2 minutes. And I thought I did, and it was like 45 seconds.
And a little thing like, you did 5 last night. Tonight you're doing 8. You're like, oh, my God, 3 more minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's a challenge.
I mean, in your opinion, how many minutes do you have solid?
If I had to, like, I can do a solid, good stuff that I'm happy with 20 to 25 minutes. I could do a feature spot right now. I don't have enough to do 45, which is what headliners do.
But that's pretty good in 2 years.
I'm pretty proud. I have 20 to 25 minutes I'm happy with that
that's
I could do.
pretty good. Because you seem like you got a pretty good firm touch on, you know.
Well, I was helped. I wrote for a long time before I started doing stand-up, so I think that helped me probably. Being a writer coming into this, it hindered me a little bit in that I tended to be wordy. And J.B. Ball told me, he says, you got to cut a lot of that stuff out and get to the meat. So I had to fight that. But by the same token, I think writing as a discipline probably helped me.
Did you find yourself using like bigger words, or not even bigger, but you know, you had to simplify your words a little bit?
More flowery setups.
Yeah.
Like painting word pictures as opposed to, I was in a big house with white marble staircase, as opposed to saying I was in a house.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was the tendency.
I was in a house with stairs.
Yeah, like you had to, like as a comic, you don't have to paint a word picture for people. Just like do the premise and then get to the punchline.
But like back in our day, I mean, you always been into comedy. I mean, like you said,
totally,
with the Saturday Night Live thing.
Yeah, even as a little kid, I loved watching. I mean, Robert Klein, and I had neighbors that were that had Richard Pryor albums.
Now,
and when we'd come home from school, you know how the old thing was, you'd come home and you'd look at somebody's Playboys until mom and dad got home. We'd go over to their house and listen to Richard Pryor until we heard somebody's car pull up in the driveway, and then put the albums away, and then
Live at the Sunset Strip was the first cassette tape that
Yeah.
I played so much where some of it wouldn't play anymore.
Oh God, I'm nothing like Richard Pryor in any way in my act, but he was just probably the hugest influence to me.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I liked about him was he didn't so much tell jokes with like setups and punchlines. He would tell stories,
right?
And he would act out these multi-character scenes. Like my favorite bit of his is he does a scene about a craps game taking place, an illegal craps game taking place in the back of a whorehouse. And he acts out the guys playing craps and the prostitutes and the cops that show up to raid the place and the customers there. It's got to be 15, 20 characters he does all by himself.
Right.
And there's not a single joke in there. But it's just a hilarious story, and him telling this story, and it's genius.
And it's just so engaging.
Yeah,
you can't stop listening.
You can't stop listening to it. Yeah, that's what I loved about him.
And then when you're 12 or 13, he curses so much that it's just cool as shit.
Yeah, you memorize that stuff, and you repeat it to your friends that you can get away with repeating those things too. And
right, but back then, you know, it was like telling a black joke. You look for your parents to make sure they're not in the fucking room
totally.
before you
Oh, yeah.
cursing.
You can't let the parents know you even know that exists.
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah.
But so Richard Pryor, huh? That's pretty
Pryor was my guy. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah, definitely. As a little kid, even.
Like Robin Williams was always my guy.
Robin Williams was great when he showed up on TV, Mork and Mindy and all that stuff. Yeah, we were into him too. He became a big star overnight thanks to TV and
it's so funny because.
But I'd watch like David Brenner and Robert Klein and these old school comedy guys on Carson and stuff.
Right.
Even. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, I was into the Eddie Murphy, the Richard Pryor, the I guess even back then, what the hell is his name? Not the watermelon guy.
Not Gallagher?
I love Gallagher.
I hate prop comics.
Well, see, I didn't watch him then. I watched him on because Comedy Central had Comedy Central Presents. So I would see like Ellen and her, you know, her releases. Paula Poundstone. Plus, my mom was a lesbian, so Rosie O'Donnell. I saw all them before they got shows.
Yeah. Ellen's great too. Yeah,
I can't think the
watch Gallagher now on YouTube because he's super bitter and angry about virtually everything in life. Watch him like show up on Howard Stern and some of this other stuff, and the 3 minutes he was on Mike Calta before Calta basically threw him out for being a curmudgeon.
On that long?
Maybe not even. Yeah.
Or we could just watch the redheaded version, right?
Everything.
Carrot Top. I like Carrot Top too.
Prop comics suck.
The Carrot Top reminds me of Lion.
It's a different thing.
It is a different thing. I'd rather watch freaking Jeff Dunham than a prop comic.
But Jeff Dunham for the first 2 specials, great.
Yeah,
then
he's
got
coasting.
Old.
Yeah,
it's like Jim Carrey. It's the same face. You've seen the same face over and over and over.
Well, Jeff Dunham's kind of like Jimmy Buffett now. He just kind of goes out on tour and he rolls out the stuff, and people will come in droves to see it. And,
right.
And he doesn't even I don't think he does new material even. Probably not a lot.
I think he had a new special, but that comes along with like Dice.
It's the same basic stuff.
Dice
though.
Clay still just had that cult following that followed around. And to me, those jokes were funny 20 years ago.
And they'll come to see him every time he comes to town.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sold out at Side Splitters. He'll sell at Side Splitters even though they're $100 tickets.
Right.
Now, the one thing I learned about Dice Clay that impressed me a lot was when he first, back before people knew who he was, he would go out and just mingle in the crowd before his set so that he could crowd work.
Oh, so he would pick up little inside things?
He would actually learn things about people just by socializing
with them. What a dirty trick.
With
That's pretty funny, though.
It's goddamn beautiful.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Because you think he's so simple, but that's pretty good.
That is good. That's smart.
Right?
Doing recon.
Exactly.
Right, he was just a goon bouncer, and next thing you know, he's got all this backlogs of information.
Because I hated him, but that kind of gave me respect for him a little bit.
I didn't hate him then. I don't like him now because I don't like his, like, he thinks that he's still that guy, but he's not. He's not that
There's a
funny.
certain level of arrogance some of those older guys
Correct.
reach, and they think that people owe them.
Fine, you sold out Madison Square Gardens. Cool story.
That's super impressive.
But your joke's
like
the same.
Jerky Boys going on tour doing freaking prank calls.
Yeah.
We're over it, dickheads.
Yeah.
So anyway, Clark, you do a lot of open mics or featuring and all that. I mean, you're everywhere, right?
Yeah, Side Splitters is very kind to me and puts me up fairly regularly as a host.
Do you know when you'll
they
be
pair
there
me
next?
up with good big guys. Yeah, Dom Herrera in January.
I love Dom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've hosted for Nick Griffin, who's probably my favorite. He's like a comics comic. He's not that well known because he doesn't have a show or anything. But they paired me up with Tom Cotter, who was a finalist on America's Got Talent, and I hosted for Carl LeBove, who's a legend, and now Dom Herrera, who's legendary status. So they think enough of me to put me up often, and they put me up with good people.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So that's good. That's another nice thing to have.
So not Matt Williams?
Oh, if I can only ever host for Matt Williams. When Matt Williams does his special, if he doesn't call me to host, I'm going to be really hurt.
It's just going to be him sending dick pics to people.
I'd watch that, though.
I mean, neither one of them are funny, but at least he gets jobs. So I mean,
and then in between, I do a lot of open mics. That's what you have to do. It's like a boxer. Like if you're not fighting in Las Vegas, you got to go to the gym. And for comics, the open mic is the gym. So no, I'm doing 2 open mics tomorrow. I'll do it Cafe Hay, where there'll be 15 people, 8 of them comics, 6 of them folk musicians, and then 2 staff members.
Which is funny.
Which is fine. And then I'll go over to Pokey's, and it'll be even more bleak. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll go and I'll work on new stuff, and that'll be part of the process.
So if we were to put together an outing to come see you, which one would you like that to be?
Oh, if people are going to come see me, come to Side Splitters and get tickets and like buy drinks. And
I know,
make an experience.
which show? The one in January?
Well, if you're going to come see me, you should come to Burger Culture next week, actually.
My man. What?
Took me a minute, but then I realized where the carrot was.
No, we're already bringing you people there, but I mean, seriously,
that'll be a show. I don't advise people to come. When I started, I was doing open mics. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it for 6 months because I didn't want. Because an open mic's not really a show. It's like a garage where people are working on their cars.
Where's your favorite open mic?
I like Cafe Hay. They're super friendly there.
Yeah,
good food and. It wraps up early, so you can go out and do other stuff.
Where is that?
It's on Franklin Street, just north of the interstate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's right next to the Asian market, if anybody's been there.
So it's not far?
No, it's not far at all. It's right downtown.
Dude, you can get some egg drop soup, little Clark Brooks.
Some pizza? Oh.
It's vegetarian stuff, mostly.
Well, I'll go across the street to Seminole.
But I like to go up there and I like to announce that, hey, try the triple Philly cheeseburger tonight. That's the special here at Cafe Hay. And it never is. They don't have anything close to that on the menu.
There's no meat.
So, the double Texas burger with chili fries.
So what was the show in January you mentioned over at Side Splitters?
That's Dom Herrera, 2 nights, January 19th and 20th.
Share that with us.
Yeah.
We'll share it, and
okay.
I think we'll go ahead
Burger
and put
Culture next week. That's the next exciting thing.
That is exciting.
I'm
pretty pumped about that show.
It's a show. And it's so many nice people on that show.
And then when Aneria texted me 2 days ago and went, I'll be there the 6th, I'm like, what? Icing on the cake?
When you show up at these things, open mics, one of the shows, you're like, oh, so-and-so here, so-and-so. Okay, I like all those people. The Burger Culture show, I love all of those people.
It's awesome,
literally.
right?
Yeah, everybody on there is so cool.
Yeah, Rio was just in here. He's like,
if nothing else, come and hang out with nice people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, except Mike. But
well, yeah.
So yeah, Rio was in here. He's like, so who's going to be on the show with me? And I showed him a list. He's like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome.
You know all those people?
No.
Yeah, everybody knows each other.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sick
Clark,
little family that's going on.
Mike's giving me the eye. Thank you again
Oh, do you
for
want me to
coming
leave
in.
you two alone? Oh, different kind of eye.
No, just take pictures.
Brown. It's brown. It's okay.
We need a photographer.
I need a picture to send to Matt Williams.
Yeah.
So.
I already sent it.
Oh, okay.
We both winked at him.
Thanks again for coming in. And
thanks for having me. This
thank
was
you
seriously a lot of fun.
very much for being a much better guest than Matt Williams was.
Oh, well, I didn't even have to ramp up to 50% for that. So
I didn't even turn my hearing aids up for this.
Yeah. Left all my Vietnam jokes at home.
We love you. Everybody loves you.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so happy to hear. Now I'm going to go home alone.
Everybody go search Clark Brooks on Facebook. Go
Yeah, I
search
got a website
Clark
and
Brooks.
everything.
I have his address if you want to peek through his windows.
Yeah.
And
come on over.
We will, talk to people later, Mike?
We'll talk to people later. What? Yep. Remember, next week we will be back on our normal time, I believe. Right? Thursday at 7.
Check out all our friends. Tuesday nights at 8, you have the No Name Show with No Name Network. Wednesday nights, you have Kevin Holly from 8 to 11. Thursday nights, you have the best show on anywhere, I guess, right?
I guess.
Why aren't we making money?
I don't know.
Open Mic Live.
Oh, is Ellen do a show on this network? Oh, you're talking about your show. Oh.
Close. And then following us is Nitwit.tv. Nitwit.tv, the best goddamn music show on earth. Friday nights is SpicolITV.com. And then, is that it?
Well, let's round out December. We got Colt Clock and LG3 joining us together as one.
LC. I put LG, but it's
Logan
LC Charles.
Logan Charles. But I'm still going with LG3 now.
Love Logan Charles.
Oak Ramble coming in on the 14th. Jeff Klein.
Love Oak Ramble. I saw them at Beer and Brownies.
Dude,
those guys are great.
I set that up.
They're fantastic.
We saw them with Slingshot Robot at a place, and I went there and told Kelly, get a hold of these guys.
Yeah, they're
and
fantastic.
The next day, he set that up.
Oh, wow.
Jeff Klein the 21st and John Silman on the 28th, rounding out the year. Of course, we'll be at Burger Culture every week in December, sometimes twice a week, because that's how we roll. Stay tuned next week. Open Mic Live, Open Mic the Show, 7 p.m.
Thank you, Mike, for letting me be a part of your show.
Thank you, Stan, for letting me be a part of your show. We'll be back next week.
Jeff Klein is the